Yep.
So I'm thinking if Carolina, I know Matt Rule has a fair amount of experience. He has a fair amount of comfortability with Kenny Pickett. I could see Carolina definitely going with Kenny Pickett at 6 if they don't choose another route. And I think that right there I think that would free Pittsburgh up to wait for Malik Willis, but they may end up jumping the gun and trying to jump ahead of Carolina if they think Carolina's going to take a quarterback.
So how do you guys feel about Sam Darnold? I know he struggled a lot in New York with the Jets, and I just don't think he was ever given a fair chance on a solid squad. I mean,
if Carolina's going to, like I said, if Matt Rule is going to go all in and be like, hey, I need to win, and he thinks his best chance is with the guys already got, then they have to go with an offensive lineman here to keep Sam Darnold upright, because that's what they got to do, man. For them to have a chance, for Matt Rule to keep his job, he has to allow Sam Darnold to. Yeah, he's got to win. That's basically what I mean. The talents around, the skill position talent is there. You just got to pray. You just have to pray for McCaffrey's health and keep Sam Darnold upright, man. So if they really feel like Sam Darnold can win them the division, because it's very winnable. Tampa Bay doesn't win because of Tom Brady. They win because of everything around Tom Brady. So, I mean, there's a very real chance that he could have walked off the cliff and decided to hold on for one more year. That could happen. So, that division is very winnable. So, if they feel like Sam Darnold can get them there, then I definitely see them going offensive lineman here. Hopefully they may reach for Trevor Penning or Charles Cross, because I think Evan Neal and Iquanu will both be gone before they pick at 6. I feel like the Giants and the Jets or some combination of those two teams are going to go offensive linemen with those 5 and 6 picks.
I am completely out on Sam Darnold. I thought that last year he was going to be able to pick it up, and he came in and sucked it up. So I'm done with that guy. They'd be stupid to not go quarterback. They were stupid to not go quarterback last year. They'd be even dumber to do it this year. If they decide to not go quarterback, I'm just going to laugh, if you want me to be perfectly honest with you. I can't do that but laugh. Like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to think that they're a serious organization if they're not even willing to go quarterback? Is that what I'm supposed to believe, the illusion that I'm supposed to be under? Because we've talked about this many a times on the show, right? Which is that not all of these teams are out here trying to win. Like their idea of winning is, hey, we're getting paid. We got the seats filled. We got jerseys being sold. So winning isn't necessarily the front of mind for all of these organizations. And if Carolina decides, if they'd be dumb, in my opinion, to not go and get Malik Willis, because look, with Sam Darnold, you can feasibly say, we traded for him, we got to give the guy 2 years, right? That buys you a year to let Malik sit there, or at least a half the season to let him sit there and say, okay, let's try and get you more comfortable in our offense, because I think he can be good, but I think he needs some refinement for sure. After watching some tape of his, he has some alarming things. It's especially with his footwork. Like with me, footwork is huge with quarterbacks. Quarterbacks and offensive linemen especially.
Across the board. It's part of the game. Yeah.
And there's some things that with his footwork that it bothers me, but I know those can be fixed. But I think that might also be product of, hey, I'm able to live off this physical ability for so long, so my footwork and my fundamentals aren't always going to be the best when you see you throw. So those are things that you can work on. But I think regardless, for any team in the top 10, it's a risky proposition with any of these quarterbacks. I think if you're going to do it, you better be damn sure that this guy is going to be your starter if not this year, next year for sure, and the
Yep.
year after, because with the way that the contracts are designed now, you don't have all day. You got to
Mhm.
get your ass out there with a quarterback that can produce while he's on that cheap contract before
Yep.
you got to give him Mahomes money or you
Yep.
got to give him Deshaun Watson money now. You know,
Mhm.
like
Yeah, you
you
just
got to get it
yeah.
right.
And then with the whole COVID seasons and everything, it's totally jumbled the board of who's on top, who the top contenders are, and everything. And I think that plays a big factor of ranking the talent and who's going to be the best quarterback because they may be seeing these powerhouse teams, but they aren't what they were. I mean the whole tier list of who's great and who's not in college has totally been jumbled, and I think there's going to be some late picks, especially in the quarterback position, that are going to outperform the guys who went in the lottery or even just first round. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to reach and who's not, because I think there's definitely going to be some no names like, whoa, I never heard of this guy, just get picked up out of nowhere, especially like New England. I see New England doing that
Well,
this year,
here's the
especially.
thing. Here's the thing about Bill Belichick, right?
Mhm.
I give him a lot of praise for what he does coaching wise, but he's not always right with his personnel moves. He's drafted
Oh,
some
no.
guys, he's picked up some guys free agency that you've been like, what the hell are you doing, man? Like,
Yeah.
are you on drugs, Bill? You okay?
Yeah, because he gambles. He's a gambler. Like, he's going to take that risk on that guy.
Yeah, I'm never mad at somebody taking a gamble, but I guess it's just fortunate for him that he's had a great team for so long that some of those misses don't really come up, right? Like nobody
Yeah.
talks about the misses that they have. They talk about when a guy goes there and balls out.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, like I'm just
So,
upset.
We got him back on. We got him
pissed
back
off,
on camera.
Yeah, I'm just pissed off though that
baby.
my Bears don't have a damn first round draft pick, but it's okay because we have a quarterback I believe in.
All right, so the pick is in. Let's see who it is. If it's
Let's see.
anybody other than Aiden Hutchinson, bro, I'll accept Thibodeau because I don't understand why people are trying to find reasons that he's not the guy.
Mhm.
After this pick, I'll get back to the whole y'all were talking about, like the no-name quarterbacks coming. I got one that can probably go after Pickett and Willis here in the first round.
Man, I've been looking these last 2 weeks and all these prospects, and I've had a hard time just diving in to set my own personal draft board, just because there's a lot of question marks this year. Last year, I mean, I had who was going to go in the top round pretty much down pat.
Yeah.
This year I don't know.
There's some guys that are going to sneak in, like I said, especially like those lates. Like after about 25, I think there will be guys that sneak in just because of, like, if one of the premium receivers isn't there for Green Bay, I could see them going at 28. They can go reach for a guy like a Sky Moore maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see.
Because if Green Bay doesn't give him a receiver in the first round this year, Aaron Rodgers is just going to tear that whole stadium down.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you would think, right, that now after all the years, like where we kill everybody talks about it, where it's like, what the hell are you guys doing, right?
I know it's hot out there. They're outside there in front of the Bellagio. Oh, I know it's hot out there.
Hell no. All right, let's see. Who Jacksonville put their money on?
Man, it must be a long walk to that podium because that pick been in a minute.
Mase.
Bruh. Well, see, that's the one.
Okay.
Bruh, so actually, this right here. If I'm the Jets, or no, who's number 2? Detroit. If I'm Detroit, I'm running up right now. Aiden Hutchinson on the slap it down and run out. Yeah, that one doesn't make sense to me, man, because like I said, he was on a defense with a bunch of other great defenders, and he didn't stand out. Outside of just being freakishly fast, he didn't stand out.
It's a speed league now. It's a speed league.
Yeah, I agree with you, but that's the thing, that everybody's obsessed with speed. Let's just talk. After
Micah Parsons and seeing what he's doing in Dallas, like, don't get me wrong, he is no Micah, but
Oh,
You can get
he's about 40 pounds bigger than Michael
oh yeah,
Parsons. He's a
you can
big
get
guy.
speed and size coming off the edge in the league right now. It's scary.
And
I mean,
he's big enough to move to the inside. He has moved to the inside, and even in some of the different cover, like if you want to get exotic with your blitzes and stuff, you can drop him out there to that to the flats, and he can. I mean, he's fast enough to cover the ground, but I mean that's not what you want to do all the time. Maybe like 1 or 2 times a game, give him a curl to flat coverage zone, but
I mean at 272 running a 4.51, he is cooking.
Like I said though, even in the national
That is
championship
cooked.
game, he ran down one of Alabama's receivers.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
So are you really that mad at the pick though?
I am, because he was only this was only like maybe in the last few days that his name started popping up. I mean, usually that's kind of how it goes. Like whoever the last person is that they say is going to be number one is usually how it kind of goes. But I think Jacksonville needed a choosing. See, look, like Lions already got their pick in, bro. I'm telling you, bro. They run into the podium. They're like, ain't
I mean, I don't know if they're gonna shock the world and go with Thiboutier or.
No, bro, they're going Aiden Hutchinson.
Man,
they're going
in both of my mocks. In both of my mocks, I have them going with Sauce Gardner right here.
Mm-hmm.
But with that,
you got them going Sauce here.
Yeah, bro, because I thought that Hutchinson was going.
I see him going D-line.
I mean, now, honestly, Aiden Hutchinson has to be the guy.
Yeah.
But I have him on Sauce Gardner.
I've been following New England too long though, because I'd be thinking everyone's going to draft and make moves like New England. Just pick, just like, man.
Hey, look, man. Just understand, y'all had the pleasure of having a Hall of Fame quarterback that played at a high level for a lot of years with possibly the greatest defensive mind that we've ever seen in the NFL. You got lucky, okay? Go to hell, okay? Now let's talk about your boy Mac Jones. Since we're here, we got a little. Wait, here comes Lions right now. Hold on.
Yep. What do we got?
That'll be Aiden.
You know it's gonna be. Yep, there it is. Yeah, you was right, Mase. They was over there running to the podium. Hey, hurry up.
Ain't no tomfoolery going around.
See, now, see that Trayvon Walker just fucks my whole board up, because now I have Houston trading back into the first round from 13 to go back in and pick up a guy. But hold
on. Who the hell do you got them going in to trade? Because I want to get to how we think this is going to fit for Detroit. But hold on a damn second. Who do you got them trading back in to get?
See, I think Houston's going to go offensive lineman here. But I have a feeling that they really like Derek Stingley, and they think that he was going to drop to those like 7, 8, 9 range, and they could like flip 13.
Hell, Stingley is going top 5. You are crazy.
No,
He's going top 5. Bet. Bet he's going top 5. Bet he is.
See, I see everyone talking about these Texans wanting to get offensive linemen, but
they're going offensive linemen. I think they're going Okwanu right here.
I don't know. The big question mark for me though is like quarterback. What are they going to do at quarterback? They got don't they have David Mills? Or
they believe in Davis Mills. He played good last year.
You have to give him a shot. You have to give him a shot.
I mean,
he played well enough to get a shot.
You might as well pick up Mike White Lightning to run the backup if that's what we're doing. Like,
but no, seriously, though, he played well enough to earn a shot, man. So I mean, I think Houston goes offensive line right here. It's really unless they take one of the receivers way too early. I think they're going offensive line right here.
Well, it's just hard too early.
Or 7. I don't think there should be a receiver taken before 7.
In the league, as it is constituted now, you don't think none of these wide receivers should go before 7?
No.
Oh, you smoking something?
Nah, bro.
Texans is just a team though. I mean, they have so many needs on that team. Like
I would say you got to go offensive tackle right here. You got
I'm
to.
gonna say
especially
it
with
plain
Tunsil being
on.
as old as he is.
I'm gonna say it plain on. They need to go get Stingley right now. They are a team that even if he has to sit half the season to come back and be healthy, they can afford for him to sit half the season and come back and be healthy, and it'll mean nothing because guess what? They're gonna be picking right back in the top 5, top 10 next year. So, knowing that, go get a dude who you know you can put out on an island and he can shut somebody down. Plain out.
Yeah. Stingley is a dude. I'm not going, but I think people are lost in the sauce. Sauce Gardner is going to be the first corner taken off the board.
I think that's a mistake. If you take Sauce over Stingley, you're a fool in my book.
Pick is in. Let's see who we got. Like I said,
It's like don't get me wrong. I don't think Sauce is going to be bad, but Stingley is a dude you can leave him on a fucking island all the time, man. Like if you can leave a guy on an island.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
you got to go with that guy. I'm sorry. Like, look, I love Charles Woodson. Okay, he's one of the greatest corners of all time. But if you're asking me who you gonna take, Woodson or Revis in their prime, I'm sorry, you could probably have to give me Revis, dog, because Revis in his prime wasn't nobody getting shit on him. The only person I haven't seen Revis get clowned by in his prime was the dude Randy Moss, who you know all he doing. So as soon as you see that hand go up,
and even then, dog, that was like once.
Yes, that was one game. That's it.
It was that one game where Randy just kind of.
But that's why I'm saying, go get you a dude that can do that because that now allows your lackluster defense that doesn't have great pieces as it stands. You can start doing some more exotic things. You can send some more pressures. You can now have more faith and say we can roll coverage to the other side because we know this guy over here. He's going to take his man out. Even if the ball goes over there, there's a high likelihood he's going to knock it out. And if you don't knock it out, he's not going to let it become a big play. Plain out and simple. And that is invaluable in a league today where you got a whole bunch of dudes that are running around super fast. You can't even put your fucking hands on them. Really, if we're being honest, right? Like, it's insane to me that they let offensive linemen, defensive linemen, they let y'all slug it out every damn down, right? But a wide receiver, you can't touch his ass past 5 yards.
All right,
touch him a little bit.
Let's see who they got. Let's see where we go.
Man,
I know that makes you irritated as a
no,
former lineman. I know it does.
Well, just a few days back, I was watching an old game from like the 70s or 80s, and like I saw this receiver getting mugged the whole way down the field, and then he ended up on the ground. And, no flags either way. It was like the whole game. I mean, it was just play after play.
Look, do you know how New England beat the Rams in that first Super Bowl? Do you know what their strategy was?
They mugged Holt and Bruce.
Yeah.
And I mean,
that was when you had 7
defense.
Yards.
That 6-1 defense they had versus Todd Gurley was crazy. I mean, you notice after that game, Todd Gurley, well, I shouldn't say Todd Gurley, but the Rams run game.
Oh, what was you saying, Mase? What I tell you, he was going top 5, top 10. I told your ass, bro. What I told you. You gonna get you a shutdown corner. I told you, baby.
Yes, sir.
But no, OJ, I'm more so talking about the first time when
that 2001. Was it that 2001?
Are you talking about one? Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about more recently.
Legitimately was, we gonna beat the hell out of these receivers for 7 yards, and we gonna see if they ready to catch the ball after that. We're gonna see.
Yeah.
And
see, you gotta remember, I wasn't really watching New England like that until probably like 07, 08, 09. Because I mean, I'm a youngin',
Hey, look, I'm telling you, go back and watch that Super Bowl. You're gonna watch dudes in Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt that normally are flying up and down the field, right? Breaking dudes off in their routes. They get look, Bill was like, look, I don't give a shit if you get beat, you're gonna have help behind you. You mugged him for 7 yards. For that whole 7 yards, your hands is all over. You can't do that now. That's actually a big part of the reason why the rules changed. That was right after that Super Bowl. There was especially a lot of complaining from the Rams organization. They was like, what the hell is this? You can just put your hands all over guys?
Well, because especially the way I was heard my DBs being taught growing up, it was, first 5 yards is fair game. You're gonna do everything you can to hold them within 5. It was almost like the trenches. And then like you're saying, more recently, it's even, now, I mean, still technically you could really jam them, but if you're doing any kind of tug, anything, that's it, boom, legal hold, or
So I had
because of
Houston. I
holding.
had Houston taking Thibodeau and Stingley here, and I still do. If I'm still sticking with Houston getting back in the top, in that top 10.
I just want you
to
to
go
say
get another defender.
Just say it for me. Just say it for me one time.
What?
You know how petty I am. Just say it for me one time. Just say it
about?
for me. Just say I was right. Just one time.
You out your mind. You act like I ain't King Petty over here, bro. You outside your damn mind.
Look, man. All I'm saying is that don't be a hater your whole life, bro.
Oh, I got time. I'm only 31. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be a hater your whole life, bro.
I got time. I got time to change my ways.
It's not healthy, bro. Don't do that.
I have time to change my ways.
All right, so now, we kind of skip past it there. So, gotta ask you fellas, pick one, pick two. How's the fit?
Go ahead, Mase.
I really do. I think Detroit has a winner in Hutchinson, man. I mean, I do think that they needed to go heavy defense this time around. Even with pick number 32 at the end of the first, I still have them going and getting Jordan Davis's running mate. Let me grab his name real quick. Devontae Wyatt. So I still have them taking another defender. Maybe this allows them to go get maybe a Kyrie Elam or a if they can luck up and get Andre Booth Jr. makes it past the Chiefs. But this now allows them to go get a player in the secondary because I mean that defense is just bad all the way around. Maybe even a Daxton Hill may fall because I got Kansas City taking 2 defenders. I mean, I feel like they are on the mindset that Mahomes is going to take them to the promised land regardless of who's out there at the receiving corps, as long as they got Kelsey. So
I mean, granted,
they do need to recoup that secondary. So I have them taking back-to-back secondary players.
Hold on, you getting sidetracked. I asked you about pick 1 and 2. And 2.
Hey man,
how do you feel about the picks?
One,
that's what I asked you.
Reach. One might not work out, but it's Jacksonville, so cool.
It's a gamble.
2, Detroit. I'm A+.
You can't go wrong making that pick. You can't go wrong.
A Michigan guy playing for the Lions. They love that. They love that stuff.
Here's the crazy part for me, and I know some people may take issue with this. I see Aiden Hutchinson's career being very similar to Justin Smith, being a dude that he may not give you the huge sack numbers every year, but if you know what you're watching, you know that dude's a fucking dog, and he is probably the most important cog in a defense. And I see him being a guy like that because.
So you see him having the DeMarcus Lawrence trajectory where it's he's good, he's doing his thing, but he has no help and he doesn't get a chance to.
I see him potentially being a better pass rusher than Lawrence because coming into the league, he is already a better pass rusher than what DeMarcus was, right? DeMarcus was a very limited pass rusher when he first came in. He really was a one-move guy, and he had to develop as he was in there. I see Hutchinson more as a guy who's got at least 2 moves and a counter, right? Yeah. So he's going to get some sacks, but I think more importantly for them, he's going to be the guy that's consistently eating up blocks and taking the attention of the quarterback and the line to him. So that's going to allow a lot of other guys to have success because, look, I've seen it for all these years at Michigan. You cannot block that dude one-on-one. If you leave him one-on-one for too many downs, it's over. He's going to get to your quarterback or he's going to blow the big play up in the run game. So you're going to have to double team him. So I think they have a big hit there. I think we all agree that the Texans made a smart decision to
Yeah.
invest in their defense.
Even though I think Sauce should have been the first one off, if I'm being true with myself, I can't be mad at Stingley because if you're not worried about if you don't have any injury concerns with him, he probably went where he should have.
Now let's see. Are the Jets about to poop the bed, boys? Let's see. Are they about to be the Jets, or is it a new day, Mase?
Sauce Gardner.
Let's see.
Okay. I can get behind that pick. Sauce Gardner.
Ooh, baby. Hey, it's a smart pick. Their defense is already on the right trajectory, so add some more to it.
And now, they also, like I said, they're coming right back with number 10. So I think 10 they're gonna give Zach Wilson the target. They're gonna receiver with number 10.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
But you know what? I like it. I think he has the New York grit. I think they're trying to.
So sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I have to ask. I think we all like to pick, but the reports are saying that Becton may never play for the Jets again, and that they potentially may be trying to trade him during this draft. Do you think that they should have maybe went offensive line, or do you think this is a smart move? Get the guy that you think is the best player that's readily available to you.
I say you have to go best player.
Yeah.
You know how I feel, especially like that top 5. Even though if you have like a major need, man, you can't miss if you're always you can't if you want to stop picking in the top 5, you can't miss. Simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, you really do just have to draft best available at the time.
That report about Becton, I mean, that who knows, man? They could probably get another team in the top 15 to bite. A team that's like, hey, man, we're gonna pick up a lineman. We know we have a proven commodity here in Becton. There might be another team willing to move a first to go get him.
Do we see Baker Mayfield getting drafted in this first round?
Oh, getting traded for it? So look, I don't think anybody's giving up a first rounder.
No, nobody's giving up a first. The team
even for a second. I mean, who I don't know. I think I see Baker getting traded sometime in this draft. Sometime. I mean, people are desperate.
Baker is gonna get traded for a third and a second for next year. Nobody is going to give them a first round draft pick.
Well, I could see them adding a lot. Baker and trying to get in because I don't think the Browns are even in the. They're not even in the first round.
Look, ain't nobody that's got half a cent.
Nobody's
for
gonna
Baker Mayfield. Hey, maybe, you know what? Maybe Matt Rule thinks he can because he seems to be Matt Rule's kind of guy. So maybe that'll work for him. But if you got any damn sense, no, you don't trade for him. First off, you got to deal with him coming in with this whole chip on his shoulder bullshit. When I mean, come on, Baker. If we're being honest, my boy, your life ain't really been that hard, so you need to calm down with that chip on the shoulder shit. Okay, calm down. But more than anything, you got to worry about having to pay this dude, and you know he's gonna come in talking about trying to get paid, trying to secure his future. And if I'm gonna be honest with you, if I'm a GM, I'm not betting my future on fucking Mayfield. No. He showed me last year what his true colors were. I understand he was hurt. I understand all that. But you were stupid as hell if you didn't just go get the surgery if he was that hurt that you performed that poorly. Okay? If your performance is that bad, go get the damn surgery. But that shows me again, just like when you ran from the cops and got tackled, you don't necessarily have the best judgment. Y'all remember that when he was out there trying to run in some flip-flops from the police? How you gonna try to run from the police? It's a flip-flop.
Oh, man. Ain't no good. No.
Hey, with the drip. You see my boy? Ooh.
Pick us in. I got them going with Evan Neal or Ike Ekwonu.
I really feel, I think just because they can come back right at 7 and go get a whatever if they're not trying to trade it, because the common theme here is that they're probably going to try to trade number 7. So I definitely think they have to go offensive line here. I could see the Giants at 7 going with the receiver because of the reports out.
Hold on, Mase. You know who they can go with here. Come on, think about it for a second. Just take a second and think about it.
I'm not going to speak that name into existence. Right I'm not speaking that name into existence. I know exactly who you say. I'm not going to speak that. I'm not going to say it. It's not going to come out of my mouth.
Say it, Mase.
Nope.
Say it.
Nope.
Let's see. And if you guys see me looking left and right, it's because I got both my monitors up, so I'm not
Bro, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. I'm trying to figure out what my camera.
I'm breaking my neck to check this TV out. So,
see who we got.
But I expect them to go offensive line here. They didn't pick up Daniel Jones's 5th-year option, so I think they're prepping to try to get a quarterback next year. So I think they probably will go offensive line here and give whoever their quarterback is.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think, is Saquon going to be back by game 1 or no?
Who knows? At this point, Giants need to try to trade Saquon. My man.
I mean, when he's healthy, he's one of the best backs in the league. It's just that it's that CMC boat. I mean, staying healthy.
Make the pick already.
No.
All this damn talking, bro. Make the pick.
Ooh, wow. Oh, wow. Jeez. I didn't see him going there. I did not see them going there. You guys got the pick yet? I'll wait for y'all.
That's a smart pick.
No, that is a very smart pick.
Yeah, it is.
That is who I did not want them to pick. I mean, if I have to speak as a Cowboys fan right here, I dislike this pick 1,000%. But this is, I mean, if you listen to us, you know how highly I think of Kayvon Thibodeau. I think like I said, I felt like he was the second best player in this draft after Aiden Hutchinson, and people have been trying to tear him down this whole time for whatever reason. Oh, he takes plays off, blah, blah, my ass. That dude is a baller. So if Carolina, I think that they're trying to, that defense could be markedly better.
Oh yeah, definitely. So with Carolina coming up, are they picking the first quarterback this year?
I think this is either the first trade or the first quarterback coming off the board right here, number 6.
And who you guys got going first?
I think if Carolina picking is going to be Kenny Pickett, just because he has the ties to Matt Rule. But I like this pick, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
As long as as soon as he gets like an inside counter move, it's gonna be over.
Oh yeah.
He's got the first step. He can stand dudes up and bull rush. All he did, like I said, just get a quick little inside counter move. I think he's gonna be good to great by the end of his career, man. I'm real high on my guy right here.
Oh yeah.
I hate to see him go to.
Been on the Thibodeau train all off season, especially. All right, there we go. See, I don't know what happened there.
I just like this pick as a Cowboys fan, but
Okay.
I think he should have been maybe a pick or two higher.
So now that I can actually focus, I think this is, to me, right now, the best value pick so far. He should have been picked in the first 3 players, but for some reason, Jacksonville decided to come out here and beat Jacksonville tonight. So we see what happened here. He really should have went number 1. That's the player that Jacksonville needed to be putting across on the other side from Josh Allen. I think it was a foolish mistake for them not to do it, and they were ruled today. And Cowboys fans are going to hate this, especially as that offensive line begins to age, and they have to deal with a dude that has the insanity of his get off is you can't teach that, right? You cannot teach getting off like that. So good luck, NFC East quarterbacks. Y'all gonna have fun having to deal with Mr. Thibodeau for quite a few years, and I think he is going to ball the hell out. That's my
Giants were probably, listen, bro. The people in the Giants room right now were probably doing backflips because now this still allows them to go get an offensive tackle at number 7. They don't even have to trade that pick, and they can come out like some bandits here with 5 and 7.
You know what, Mase?
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit up our boy Giuseppe. I'm gonna see how he feels about it because I know he probably.
I know he's jonesing right. I know he's jonesing right now. Has got to be.
Look, hey, Caden, look, our guy,
what's up,
Giuseppe, for years has stated that, hey, the Giants have a certain type of player that they love to draft, and they happen to look like Daniel Jones and Kenny Pickett. Okay.
Oh man.
So like I said, bro, man, that pick for the Giants, I mean, that could catapult them into fighting for the NFC East because, I mean, it's because, I mean, what did their defense, the secondary wasn't bad.
She's going to be fucking pissed off at me in a second.
The secondary wasn't bad for the Giants. So, I mean, now if they can generate a pass rush,
they made a lot of moves this last offseason.
To try to retool that defense, man. And they just could not have a consistent pass rush. And I think this right here does it for them. Like I said, if they're truly getting ready to move on from Daniel Jones, either they're going to trade that 7, maybe go down to like 15 or so, try to get to like that those mid teams. And get a first-round pick for next year to try to finagle 2 first rounds into moving up to go grab one of the premier quarterbacks for next draft, or they're going to go offensive line here at number 7. But like I said, Carolina,
pick is in.
This is what I thought was going to be the wild card.
You for sure think Carolina's going to pick it, don't you?
I do. If they go a quarterback, it's going to be Pickett, man. This is the wild card. If they don't go with a quarterback here,
I think
they'll probably have to. Yeah, they have to go offensive line.
Yeah,
they have to protect Sam Darnold if Matt Rule thinks that's the best way for him to keep his job.
Still a little shocking to me. We haven't seen an offensive lineman go yet.
Yeah,
for first 5, I thought at least one in the first 5.
I'm gonna say it's not surprising because who's the guy that you guys felt should have went?
Equani.
I mean, it's between Equani.
Do you really think he's that good?
I thought he was going to go to the Jets. I thought there was a chance that if Aiden and Thibodeau were off the board, I felt like the Jets were going to grab him.
I think while they may need offensive linemen, it would have been stupid to pass up on the players that were available to them to then go get the best offensive lineman when you know you have another pick coming up later where you can turn around and get an offensive lineman. So I think they did the right thing. That's why I say it doesn't surprise me. Because look, Jacksonville, we already know Jacksonville's invested. I understand you guys are talking about, hey, maybe they need to protect Trevor Lawrence more. But if you go back to before Trevor Lawrence got there, they had invested in the offensive line already. They have guys there that are either at the point where they feel that they're going to be a starter, or it's like, hey, my man, this is your last chance and you might be out the door. So they've invested there. So now you have to get, though we all agree they made a mistake with the player that they drafted, right?
I think they chose right with where they put their draft focus on, just the wrong player.
Yeah. Yes. 100% agree. I'll be
Okay.
honest with you.
After this pick, in between this pick and the Giants' next pick, we got a surprise for you, Jerome.
Oh God. Oh God.
Hey, hey, it looks like I'm putting a lot of background noise, and give me 1 second. Let me get that out of here.
Man, you're fine. You're not really feeling nothing. Honestly, it's not really coming through your mic. I don't hear it in my headset, so you're good. You should be good.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying out this new noise suppression software, so you just let me know if it gets out of hand.
So what are you using? Because I just be using NVIDIA Broadcast. That's right.
So I was doing some research and everything, but I switched to Crisp recently. My video broadcast it was acting real weird. It kept locking up on me and freezing and everything, and yeah, so I tested out Crisp with Audacity and everything before, and it's pretty silky from what I was hearing. I mean, because I got my fan on right over there. I mean, right on me full speed, and I don't think you guys can hear it at all.
No, I don't hear your fan at all. Not at all.
And so yeah, I was just testing out that free subscription.
All right, the pick's in, Mase.
Yep.
All right, come on, Raj. Hurry up, Raj.
Ooh.
Well, they've made their decision, and they're saying we're gonna give you one more chance, Sam Donald.
Yep. That's a solid pickup.
I like this.
That's a solid pickup.
Like I said,
that's a big boy right there. And look,
if you see this tape, he can move.
Oh yeah, if you can bring Becton back and then have him too, that you want to talk about bookend tackles. Goodness great. How you get those are two massive men right there. How the hell would you get around either of those guys? So,
yeah, he's a big old boy too. And hey, you know who else is jumping for joy? No Knee McCaffrey.
Oh yeah. Get him some more protection and everything. Yeah.
Maybe he can keep that one dude off of him that's going to take him out again. You know, this might be the one.
Yep.
So
yeah,
Giuseppe says, I'm surprised he fell to us, but I'm glad we obviously needed edge help. He's happy. So now I'm asking him, you thought it was going to be Kenny Pickett, didn't you? And I'm expecting a yes text message back very, very soon. He's right up there, right up that alley.
Well, let me check my Discord real quick because I got a little bit of inside information on Malik Willis. So if he get a phone call, I might be able to let us know something. I'm in a league right now, matter of fact, with a guy who plays with them. He declared for the draft as well with them from Liberty. So I mean, I'm not making no promises, but I may be able to get us a little, something a little early.
If it comes in, I like it.
Let's see. He ain't saying nothing yet.
Like I said, this Giants pick, I think this might be.
Yeah.
You think this Pickett? Is this it, Mase? Is this Pickett?
Nah, I don't think they're going. Knowing that they still have Daniel Jones for another year, and knowing that the quarterbacks that they have they could potentially get next year, I don't think they pick one this year. I think they may just, hey, bro, Daniel, either you're fighting for your life or you're the lame duck.
You mean NFC East's favorite quarterback, except for Giants fans, Daniel Jones? Because golly, that boy be turning the ball over against the division. He just be like, hey, ball on the ground.
But while the pick isn't in, I got something for you, my boy.
Ooh-wee.
My boy.
Listen, once you get them, let me know which one you like the best, and I grab you the big bottle.
My boy. Yes, sir. That's my man's right there. That's my man. He knows I like to drink the tequila.
Got that 1921.
Man, if it's not beer, it's not for me.
OJ, listen, Katie, you haven't aged enough yet where you realize, why would I drink all this beer and be feeling all heavy and shit, nigga? Like, hey, look, you young. Yes, them pounds still come up off you. When you hit me at Mace's age, hey, they like to stick to you, baby. They're like, hey, we here.
Man, you just gotta add it into the calorie intake. Got to get your calorie deficit going for that day and make sure you get it right. And
you hear shit?
That shit don't mean nothing that Thursday.
Nigga, I'm telling you, just wait. You just still young and you able to burn that shit off.
All right, let's see.
Wait till
Let's
you
see.
get older.
Pick us in.
See who we got.
I like that they're moving quick. I like that. Maybe we'll actually get the whole first round.
Oh, man.
Oh, Giuseppe just said they will 1,000% draft pick it.
He's got no faith in his team. But why would they do that, knowing that the quarterback draft next year is a lot better? Like,
if they don't grab Evan Neal right now, I don't know what they're doing.
Look, man, if they don't, it's because they need to replace Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm.
For my money, if they were smart, they go Malik Willis right here and say, look, Daniel, you got a chance to play for a contract, even if you ain't with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You playing for your contract. You playing to make your next contract. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to let this dude sit. And no matter how bad it gets, they just have to have the constitution to say, we are not playing Malik Willis this year. We're going to let him develop. And next year, he's our starter. We telling y'all up front, next year, as long as he does what he's supposed to, he's our starter.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see who they take. Let's see.
Oh, no surprises there. No surprises there. No surprises there.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
I mean, it's a safe move. It's not a gamble. It's just, you know what you're getting.
He's also another very large human being. So
yeah, I mean, that's one of the guys I followed since last 2 years now. I seen what he's been doing at the college level, and that dude.
Hey, I know Giuseppe and all them Giant fans over there like.
Hey, listen, a huge weight has been lifted off the state of New York's shoulders right now, boy. They're like the Jets didn't fuck up and the Giants didn't fuck up. Well, the Jets still got a chance to fuck up.
Well, I mean, when you got the Commanders in your division, I mean, you got to have a solid front if you want to be a contender to take that division.
Yeah.
I mean, because that D-line, you got to see them twice a year. Man, you got to have a solid line if you want to keep that backfield healthy.
Look, at the end of the day, though,
just a road grader, man.
One thing we know, and this has been true throughout the history of football, if you have a great offensive line, it's immediately going to make your quarterback, your running back, your wide receivers, your tight end better. Because everybody's going to have more time and an easier way to do their job.
This is our first receiver right here. This is going to be our first receiver off the board.
A couple rumors going about they may go to a quarterback. A couple rumors flying around.
Into existence. They're going Malik Willis right here. They passed on the black quarterback last year, Mase. They can't do it twice. Okay, they cannot do it 2 years in a row. Pass on the black quarterback. They ain't gonna do it
unless Mariota's been doing something that we ain't seen with them in house. Like
I said, Atlanta may be under the impression that they'll be picking this high or higher next year, regardless. So, hey, like I said, go get you some threats. Get you somebody to.
But we know though I'm sure the Texans were probably thinking going into the year we'll have the number 1 pick, and they ended up 3. So you can miss your guy next year. So, because look, plain out simple, barring Bryce Young having one of the worst college football seasons as a quarterback that we have seen in the past 20 years, that dude's going number 1. Okay, he's going number 1. Plain out simple, we know what it is. So you can't bet it. Think about it. Jacksonville might be back in that market if Trevor Lawrence plays if everything goes sideways this year, right? And Trevor Lawrence just looks bad, he looks like a bust. Jacksonville's back in that market. Let's talk about Bears. If everything goes bad for the Bears this year, Fields, even under the new regime, continues to turn the ball over. It doesn't look like he's progressed at all. They're in the market for a quarterback.
Carolina's going to be in the market.
Detroit's in the market for a quarterback. Carolina's probably going to be in the market. The Jets might be in the market for a quarterback.
Seahawks.
All these teams, man, you can't wait till next year. Like, if you are Atlanta, especially when you are in a division to where you could fuck around and win 9 games and make the playoffs. I mean, look at how many games they won last year and they didn't have any business doing it. So I think you have to secure the quarterback now, especially since you said deuces to Matt Ryan. Like, once you said deuces to Matt Ryan and you're like, it's Mariota, you have to go get Malik Willis. So just in case Mariota fucks around and wins you 9 games this year, you don't end up not having a quarterback next year.
Yeah. Let's see.
I still think.
Oh, pick is in. Pick is in.
As great as Pitts was for them last year, and he's gonna be moving forward. I think they still should have went Fields, because you could have sat Fields for a year behind Matt Ryan, and then had a quarterback going into this draft, and you can go find you another explosive guy on offense. Don't get me wrong, I think Pitts is about a one-of-a-kind kind of guy as you're going to get. But, man, Justin Fields, a quarterback that's that big, that can run that fast, that can make all the throws for you, there's not a lot of them dudes out there.
Oh, yeah. Don't come very often. One of a kind. Let's see. All this lingering around kills me.
This is why I said it's hard pressed for me to see through all 3 hours here. I'm gonna go as long as I can, fellas. Okay, but it's 3 hours. NFL is like, yo, y'all killing me, dog, because we know we can get this done way faster than this. Raj don't need to hang out back there for 5 minutes after every time the pick is in. Get that motherfucker the card and let's get this moving, okay? I really liked it when it was just 2 hours. The first round was just 2 hours, because it made, hey, let's keep the clock rolling. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it going. This 3 hour stuff is for the birds.
With Calvin Ridley being gone with his suspension.
Like I said, bro, like it's kind of tough for them to pass up on a receiver here.
And in the past 4 years, though, haven't we always seen a top flight wide receiver in the draft?
Oh, wow. I mean, that's a solid pickup, especially after Leo leaving.
I did not see him being the number one wide receiver going. Look, I thought he was going to be a steal for somebody later in the round.
If you before the injury, if you look at he was the only threat for USC, and was so. I mean, he's just a huge. I expected Garrett Wilson just to give them a route runner to pair with Pitts, but I'm not mad at the pick.
Yeah, because he's a big target out there.
He's one of those. He's down there somewhere.
Yeah,
I guess their approach, is, look, whoever we get at quarterback, you're gonna have somebody to throw the ball to. Okay, don't tell us you ain't got targets. We're gonna find out whether you real or not real fast.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I'm not mad at their approach, because realistically, their offensive line is also still in a place to where they could probably get another 2 years out of Matthews at tackle, right? Mm-hmm. And across their offensive line, they're not really that old. They've invested some resources there in previous drafts, so I think this is a good time for them to, especially probably because of the Calvin Ridley thing, more than likely, they're like, hey, fuck it, we're going to go get our guy right now and make sure that whatever quarterback we have had somebody to throw it to besides him, because holy shit, man, that's all Matt Ryan had last year. It was like, Kyle Pitts a bust, baby.
Yeah.
Like I said, this pick right here, man, I really do like it. Like I said, I thought it was going to be Garrett Wilson. It was going to be the first receiver off the board, just because he gives you the option to move him into the slot or out wide. He was more versatile. I think Drake is going to be primarily the X. But
so let me ask you guys this, right? Let me throw a hypothetical at you. Say we're at pick 15, Malik Willis still isn't gone. Should the Colts trade back into the first round to try and go get this man?
Nah,
I don't think so. No,
I don't think they have the resources to, because at that point you have to start dismantling the team.
What you mean? They haven't been trading nothing. They got plenty of resources.
Yeah, but you're starting to pick away from what makes the coach at that point. Yeah. So I don't think they would do it. While yes, they have a quarterback who's on his last leg, it does make sense for them to try to reach it back up in there, reach in the cookie jar, go grab a quarterback, but I don't think they would give up the resources necessary.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, they'd have to give a lot to get back up I've been hearing.
Especially if you know they're trying to get a quarterback, because I mean that's really the only thing that they would come back into the first round for. I think as a team, I feel like they're pretty solid. There's no one receiver who's like, hey, he's that guy that they could be like, we could add him to our receiver room, and now we're set, we're solid. There's no one guy in as far as a receiver goes, and for whatever reason, their defense is always solid, man. They're always a top flight defense. They just seem to get it done. They'll probably have a drop off now that they don't have their defensive coordinator.
Yeah, because we got him. He our coach now. He in Chicago, baby, Chicago. Which Mase, if this man Ryan Poles mess around and trade into this first round and do something crazy, I'll be happy, but I'll also be like, dog, I don't know if that was the best decision.
What would you have to give up at that point?
Exactly. We need picks right now. Even if we're good next year, I still want us to have our picks because we need to get young talent in here. Because look, we have some old bodies in here producing for us that now are out of here. Whether it's by trade or they didn't got cut, they're out of here. Now look,
this pick right here, number 9, this is shaky. I thought that they would have a chance to grab a cornerback. Seattle, they're going defense. It's either quarterback.
If Stingley would have still been on the board, I'd have been like, maybe we should trade back in for him. You know what I'm saying? We can trade back in for him, baby. Have him and Jalen Johnson. You can do a lot of crazy defenses out there, baby.
But let's see here. Seattle, man. You know what? Even though I have in my mock, I have Kyle Hamilton going 10 to Washington. I think that Seattle could try, Pete Carroll, he might try to reach back into the cookie jar one last time.
No, stop. No. Think about all they would have invested in the safety position now, mate. Just think about that.
Hey, man.
See, okay.
Sometimes it's about the best player. You just put him out there and he'll figure it out. Because at this point, Jamal Adams is a linebacker. You can't tell me nothing different.
I mean, he is a little, questionable in coverage. I mean,
at this
that
point,
man
he's
was getting torched for 2 seasons in a row.
Listen, by Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman had his best receiving day against Jamal Adams.
Hey, look, I know a lot of people get these LSU safeties and they all dream of them being as versatile as Tyrann Mathieu. But nah, there's only one honey badger, dog. Look, I know a lot of people want to give Darwin James his credit now for being the most versatile safety in the league, which there's probably an argument for, right? But there's still only one honey badger. There's only one dude who can legitimately go out there and guard people man to man and drop back in safety and lay the wood to your guys. That was him. And we see now, even this last season, he had his fall off. We're seeing his decline. That's why Kansas City was like,
we good.
I don't think we're going to pay you that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We appreciated your services.
Has anyone picked him up yet?
No, he's still a free agent.
Yeah, because I didn't think so. Yeah, that's all I'm...
No, there's still actually a lot of good free agents still out there, and I think teams have now, with the draft being more valued than it used to be, I think teams are now taking the approach of let's hit the draft first, let's see the totality of what we can get, and then we'll turn back around and sign one of these veterans.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, they're talking about the trade between the Seahawks and the Broncos. I was about to say I saw trade up on the screen. I was about to be like, wait, what?
But that whole trade, when I saw that, I was like, whoa, the
first trade of the fucking.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was looking, at the profile name. I was like, man, is this, one of the trolling pages?
You looking for seeing if it was ball sack?
Yeah.
Hey, ball sack, you ain't getting me.
Yeah, man.
I still think they go defense here. I think they're gonna go with. I think they might reach a little bit on Trent McDuffie right here.
I mean, they need a DB.
Back out of Washington.
They need everything. They need everything but wide receivers. Okay, the only position on their team that you can feel good about is wide receiver because you got DK Metcalf and you know Lockett is a fucking dog. So,
and they got Dwayne Eskridge, and they just drafted him.
Yeah, they just put money into that.
Yeah. So I mean,
there's no need for them.
I think they'd reach on Trent McDuffie right here.
Let's see. So all right, so we're having one of those things that happens in some of these drafts where you draft when a position's a little thin, then two guys start going, and now we having a run on it. So
all I know is
I think this is more so of them not wanting to pay Dwayne Brown.
I know Russell's gonna be hot though, because he's gonna be saying, why'd y'all have to wait for me to leave?
As soon as I leave, he started investing.
Now y'all start getting what I wanted. Like,
as soon as I leave, he started investing in the offensive line. But that's cold blooded, man.
Yeah,
of course, man. Of course, that's the way it's got to work, right?
I mean, I've lost a lot of faith in that program as a whole with how they did Russ, how they did Bobby Wags. Like, you saw the media statement he released that he didn't even hear it from them when he was, released. Like, he was like, whoa. And he gave his heart and soul to that program. Like, man.
I think for me, what's made me lose faith is that they lied to themselves about who they were. Right. Mm-hmm. As soon as they started trying to become an offensive team, that was when I knew, all right, yeah, this is going to be short-lived. This isn't going to last as long as it should, because instead of realizing that, hey, what was working for us and making Russell Wilson look extremely great, which was that we had a defense that smacked your ass in the mouth for 4 quarters, right? Mm-hmm. All of a sudden they forgot, hey, it's about the defense here. Like, it was weird for me to watch Pete Carroll, a guy who historically throughout his entire career been a guy, hey, we got to have a great defense. All of a sudden he's like, fuck it, we're not going to pay our defenders, we just going to pay the offense and Russ.
Nah.
Yeah, I definitely think the Jets are about to give Zach Wilson a target here. I think that they have to go receiver right here.
It's just who at this point? Who are they going to go with? I mean,
like I said, I would have. If I was the Jets, I would have hoped that Drake London was the guy here, because they have no size out wide.
Yeah.
I think Corey Davis might be their tallest receiver, and he's 6'1", 6'2", maybe.
Honestly,
I mean, they do like size. Wilson. I mean,
they'd be better with
Robbie. They like their size.
Yeah, I personally think they'd be better served to go speed here, because
they do have
one
size
thing
right now.
They don't have on that offense is guys that scare you as a defense, right? Robbie Anderson is very good. He is probably, at this point in his career, he's played himself into a position where we probably have to consider him a low number 1 wide receiver, right? If we were doing a list, he'd be a guy that's probably like 15 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So he's there, but he doesn't scare defenses. Nobody's like, oh, Robbie's going to, hit us over the head for a big play here.
He's no Mike Evans.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's solid, but he's not the big play scary.
He's got the size and the speed, but not the ability.
Wilson or Olave right here. Yep. It's definitely one of them too. Like, I don't see the Jets not taking a receiver right here. And
look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm in my Bears fan mind, I'm praying that somehow we could get one of us, either Wilson or Olave, but I know both of these guys are probably gone within the first round. And honestly, this has been the spot that I felt that Wilson should go the entire time. Especially since combine time.
In
this
both
is where
of
I was like,
both of my mocks here, I have
what do you have in your mock?
I had Drake London. I had Garrett Wilson being the first one off and Drake London being second to the Jets. But I feel like this is gonna just flip those two. I think this is gonna be Garrett Wilson right here.
Yeah, I think that'd be the smartest pick right now. Because the real question is, who's going to give New England problems? Who's going to give that New England defense problems? Because that's who they,
Excuse me. Y'all ain't the kings of y'all division no more. Y'all don't got the best quarterback in y'all division no more. Okay.
It's
Now
all right. Yeah.
The
y'all get
AFC
to feel what's like
East
everybody
drives
else.
to Buffalo.
Yeah. We got Josh Allen, all them boys. Yeah, Buffalo, but we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen in these coming years. You know, we're gonna be rebuilding, doing our thing. You know, just playing the long game.
Here's what we're gonna do, Mase. You can't run from it now. Let's talk about Mac Jones in the playoffs. How did that make you feel about your belief in him?
I mean, it was his first year as a rookie in the league. I mean, I wasn't expecting too much from him.
He was butt in the playoffs, nigga.
Oh yeah. He definitely struggled in the mobs, but it's the first year as a rookie in the league and on the big scene like that. I think give him a couple years, he'll be all right.
Let's see here. Pick is in. Let's see.
Yep, they flip. Call me a savant, goddammit.
Oh, sorry.
Like I said, I had him in London as the first two receivers coming off the board. One mock I had Drake first, and the other one I had Garrett first. So I mean, it was gonna be one of those two.
I was actually hoping that London would fall back and Baltimore could get him. That's where I wanted him to actually go. I wanted Lamar 2 years in a row for them to be able to say, all right, look, we gave you your slot receiver, and now we gave you your X, right? You're good. Now you have guys to throw the ball to besides your tight end because we know they're wide receivers. Look, as good as Hollywood looked at certain points of the season last year, I don't believe in that fucking dude, man. No, not at all. He is inconsistent. He has problems getting off of press consistently, and he doesn't run particularly good routes. Like, he doesn't break you off with his routes. So,
like, I could definitely see Baltimore if Olave is still there at 14. I could definitely see them going there. But I have them either trading back later into the first round, or I have them taking the center from Iowa, Linderbaum.
Yeah, I could see them doing that. I could see them going offensive line too.
Because I mean,
but to me, I think their most pressing needs are three things:
playmaker,
are wide receivers and a pass rusher playmaker, and somebody in your secondary that makes plays. That secondary outside of Humphreys, there isn't a dude on that secondary that you think.
Marcus Williams will probably do a lot. He will do a lot to help in the back end.
But he ain't scary though. You'll still throw at him though. That's what I'm saying. They need some dudes that it's like, maybe I shouldn't throw at him.
Like I could, if Jermaine Johnson III, the pass rusher from Florida State, is still there for him, I could see them going there. Baltimore going there 14, but Washington right here. Ooh, a trade. To the Saints. Who are they coming up to get?
Is this Malik Willis or Kenny Pickett?
This might be. I think this might be our first quarterback.
Did they just say, famous Jameis, your time is up?
Because they've only bought him back on a 1 year. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't like a
smart by them. Absolutely smart. If I'm Jameis too, I would have stayed there too instead of trying to go to another team, start back over, be dealing with new coaches and all that shit. Stick with what you know. You probably come back and play better than you did over this last season because they're going to be a little bit better equipped, especially with Michael Thomas being back. So I think Jameis did the right thing, which was bet on yourself, take that 1 year deal, then try and secure your long-term.
Yeah, because either way it goes, I mean, unless this is a situation where whoever comes in, whether it's Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis, they come in and just blow Jameis out the doors, and I think Jameis still wins that quarterback for the wins the starting spot for the season, and he's able to play himself into a contract somewhere else.
So what did I miss? I heard y'all talking. We got a trade. Hold on.
Yeah. Hey, look, we're saying, is this the Saints trading in to get Willis or Pickett?
Yeah, the Saints traded up. So I mean, it has to be quarterback. There's no other because here before this trade went down, let's see, the Saints had number 16 and number 19. So they were in prime position to get two potential starters for them day one.
Absolutely.
To move up like that, they have to be going quarterback.
But if they don't go quarterback, I see them going receiver.
I mean, they still have they
Yeah.
haven't showed us what the whole trade is, but they still have a time. If they kept one of those first, they still have an option to grab a receiver in the first round.
But if you're trading up right now, that means
this
you
pick right
believe.
here. This pick right here is definitely a quarterback. And if they were able to hold on to another one of those first round picks in this, then I could see them going and getting an offensive weapon because we're still not sure about Michael Thomas's health. And if he can't be healthy, I mean, they've got a bunch of who that and where he been at receiver.
And they may want to ride with Jameis though. I mean, he got
Say
the surgery.
it right, Mase. Who that is and still in the leagues, baby. Say it right.
Who that and they still in the leagues. That's who they got at receiver outside of Michael Thomas. And Michael Thomas can't stay on the field. So if they were able to hold on to another one of their first round picks right here, then they definitely are going to pick a receiver with the second first round pick. But like I said, at this point, we don't know what the actual trade was. For Washington to move back, they have to have gotten a pretty good haul.
Hey, are you sure? Remember, this is Washington, Mase. Okay, just remember that.
Maybe New Orleans knew something about them that they was gonna snitch out.
I mean, they're waiting to make their pick though. I mean, they ain't just make their pick.
This is just a waiting game. They know. They just playing the game right now. They know.
Hey, Jerome, we're good to have beverages on the stream, right?
Oh, you do your thing, baby. Do your thing. You are legal age. We all legal age. You do your thing.
We just turned the big 2-2, so it's all good.
It's 22, man.
Yes.
Look at it. His mustache look like he about 17.
Hey, dog, it been 6 months. I just shaved this. Like,
so hold on, I gotta ask. So can you grow a beard?
Right here. That's all I
get. But not like a full beard.
No.
Look, I'm not gonna talk.
I ain't shaving in like 4 days. Like this is 4 days. Like you can't even see it on the camera. So yeah,
I ain't gonna talk trash to you. I get sideburns. That's it.
Well, with my Native American ethnicity, it's hard. Like this is, like I said, this is 6 months right here on the mustache. Like I gotta trim it up a little bit down here, but this 6 months. Like we rocking what we can,
Hey, look, dog, I'm telling you, my sideburns, they do. Look, it comes here. I'll cut this on for a second. It comes right here. You can see, right? It stops right there, but it just don't connect to the actual goatee hair. It pisses me off.
You just gotta let it get longer than us.
Shit. Trust me, I tried. I tried, and it just don't connect.
So who are they? Is it Pickett or is it Willis? Who are they going with?
I'm going Willis.
I don't want them going QB. I don't want them going QB. I don't.
I mean, like I said, they could get away with Jameis for a year and put some talent around him. But at the same time, they may be of the mindset that they know that Jameis he's just there for 1 year and they need to go get their guy and then they're going to give him another threat.
Yeah, because I mean, Jameis, he's got a build like he has a bunch of untapped ability. I think that.
Well, hell, he only been able to see for like 2 years. So
that's what I'm saying. He just got his eye surgery, like all that. Like he been playing blind. He led the league in touchdowns playing blind. Like,
boy, hey, look,
he only been able to see for like 2 years, bro. So I mean,
yeah, I think they're gonna rock with Jameis at least 1 more year because he has a lot of untapped potential. We haven't seen yet.
Crazy right now though is Kyle Hamilton's 40 time is really screwing him over, man.
What did he run? I don't have the.
I don't think it's 40 timers that's doing it. I think it's the fact that he played for Notre Dame. I think at the end of the day, people are gonna say, "Did you really play against that best competition?" When we know we can go get some guys of SEC that played against that competition.
Why are there so many people up there? Just put the pick in, bro.
Bro, I don't know. Why is Tony Gonzalez up here for a Saints pick? I don't understand.
They're supposed to be giving away some sort of season ticket.
And Man, why can't you do this before or after the draft?
Right?
You
Like,
ain't
why
got-
do they have to do
like,
this in between?
even if you
picks,
if
bro?
you picking me for a season ticket, like you can pick me before or after. I want to see who you getting.
Okay, yeah. So these were like season ticket winners, like fan winners. That's basically what they do. Like, why would you do this right now? Well, we just made a trade.
Like it's everyone's watching.
Everybody
Like, you know,
hype. Oh,
it's the biggest news in the league right now.
let me get up Joe, see how he feeling about this.
Oh, here we go.
I just like this.
Can we get to the damn pick? I don't give a shit about these dudes.
Don't nobody care about this, man.
Look, man, I'd give a shit if I won, but I don't care.
This should definitely not be something given away at the draft.
I will say this though,
Mhm.
fellas, as a person who's attended the draft twice, going there and like the whole setup that they have, it is pretty fucking cool. I won't even lie, it is pretty fucking cool.
Mhm.
Because what they how they did it here was they basically take over essentially like 2 city blocks, and they got their whole thing set up and that you can go
Got the
to,
whole-
and then they've
whole
got
crowd out there and all.
Yeah, man, it's fun.
Yes.
The draft is fun. See, I actually got to see the draft indoors the first time that I went, and the second time because it was too cold here. But yeah, it's a nice setup. It's a really, really dope setup. I would like to see it in not go to it in a warm weather city, but I'm sure it's not standing out in like Vegas at this time of the year now.
Mhm. Oh wow! Yep, I knew it. I told y'all, but ain't no one want to listen. Ain't no one
You
want
was
to listen
right.
to Caden.
You
I
was
told you.
right.
They going with the receiver. They ain't got no receivers right now. Like, and
Hey,
Michael Thomas not being healthy. Like,
That say they believe in famous Jameis, baby.
mhm. Like I tell my friends, you know how hard it is to lead the league in interceptions and touchdowns. I mean, granted, like the interception, but
What people
You know what?
don't
I'm not
ever
really-
talk about in that season was their defense was fucking atrocious that year. There's no reason he should have even had to been in situations, because a lot of the time what they don't talk about in that year is a bunch of his interceptions came, hey, I'm trying to bring the team back in the fourth quarter because these motherfuckers couldn't get a stop for nothing. So I'm trying to bring them back. I got to force some throws in here.
Lions pick already in. They ain't messing around.
Oh my God! So the
They
Lions
said
traded
they
back
knew.
up?
They knew.
Oh yeah, that guy must be out there still.
Mm-hmm.
They
They
probably-
know.
Who could they be go? I don't know. I really don't know who they're going for right now.
They gonna grab a QB.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
How much money do they have left on?
So
I
they can get out from under Golf's contract after this year.
Okay,
I think they go QB.
I'm confident it might be a QB then.
I think they saw what they needed to, having golf in the facilities for a whole, that season, and they go in a different direction.
If it's a quarterback, who is it?
Pickett. I think people believe Pickett is the more NFL ready.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, they may try to switch it up and get a mobile passer like Malik, and who knows? Because I mean, they've tried the system. NFL quarterback pocket passer.
They put the stock into the offensive line. I mean, I'm not saying they can't go back and re-up on the offensive line, but and Amon-Ra St. Brown, my man's a baller. He proved himself to be a baller. So
I think with the Saints not going with the quarterback is what made them trade up.
Yeah,
potentially. I mean, I could be wrong, but let's see.
I know we're doing the draft, but Mase, go look at the Raptors and Sixers score right now. Oh shit!
So while we waiting on this announcement, real quick, y'all off the game for like off the game? I gotta know. I've been dying to ask.
I have basically retired from Madden for this year because the game's extra sweaty right now, bro. Like, come on, man.
Oh yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
It
is bad.
Cool,
yeah.
I'm maintaining one league just because I lucked into playing with the Ravens, so I'm just chilling with Lamar. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well,
I lucked into Lamar. If I wasn't able to get them, bro, I probably would have been retired Madden as well.
Well, after the show, let me talk to you, Mase. We'll get you right.
I'm good, bro. I'm
let me
in one.
talk
That's
to you.
all I need, bro.
Man.
At this point, one is enough.
Hey, I'm with you. That's
'Cause
because you a Madden junkie, though, dog.
Oh,
like,
man,
you a junkie. That's your shit.
Well, because I ain't gonna lie, this one league I'm in, it starts tomorrow because it's dependent on who gets drafted today. So, I was gonna be watching this draft either way because depending on who gets drafted, who gets added to my team. It's cool. It's cool.
Oh no!
This pick right here is I'm very.
If the Lions don't go quarterback here, they're fucking stupid for whatever they traded back.
Or maybe you know what's happening. Maybe they just feel like. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. It's got to be quarterback.
You was trying to think maybe some wild shit, but it was like, nah.
Yeah, I was trying, bro, but like I can't think of anybody on the board right now who is like worthy of like drafting up because you're scared they're not gonna make it to you.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. But between Mac, Corral and Pickett, Willis, I don't know who's going to go first between the three of them. I think definitely Pickett or Willis go before Corral, but I don't know.
Actually, I think the third quarterback off the board is going to be Desmond Ridder. I think Tennessee's going to pick him up late in the first round.
You have him going above Howell?
Yeah, because they can bump him right back into the offense, and he can do the same things that Tannehill can do. So I mean, you don't have to change your offense for a new quarterback.
Yeah,
they can just fit him in, and he has the same skill sets.
Yep. So it looks like they. Oh wow. 12th in a second. They said the Vikings a bag.
I mean, I think he's going to be good, but really?
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing now. Come on now.
Everybody's falling in love with the wide receivers, bro.
That's what we're doing.
I was like, are they afraid that they aren't going to get a receiver at the end of the first round or something? But
right,
even though with him, I am never. This is me personally. I'm never going to take the dude who is injured. Look at my man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's not worth the risk. It's not worth the risk.
For his age, like I can understand maybe in those mid-20s you don't have a pressing need at that point. Cool, go get him. But I'm sorry, bro. I'm not gonna take the dude who already only has one knee coming into the league.
Yeah.
Like,
and then trading up.
He may be the most. Yeah, and then trading up to get him.
That's.
I don't like this one.
I don't see the logic behind it. Trading up to,
like I said,
get a receiver who would probably still be there.
He's the best big play receiver. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, some of that you have to expect some of that to be taken away because not everybody bounces back from an ACL.
Yeah,
like I say, it's a more common injury now, and guys are able to deal with it a lot better. But you just can't expect dudes to.
Yeah, with the medical technology. Yeah, with the medical technology, it's definitely better than it's ever been on a bounce back from an ACL. But if you've ever talked to anyone, or if you've even experienced it yourself, it's never the same. It like you can get close, but if you're lucky and blessed, but it's truly never the same.
I just don't see this being a very wise move. This is just the Lions being the Lions at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They had to shoot themselves in the foot. Like they did too well with Hutchinson, so they had to shoot themselves in the foot.
I mean, you can't say it better than that. I mean, because Hutchinson was a no-brainer.
Yeah,
and I thought a quarterback was too, but it's why Detroit. I don't remember. They haven't been good since I've been alive. I'll just leave it at that. Let's see.
The Eagles already have their pick, and I guess they're
quick like with it.
I can see them going pass rusher here. I can see them going Jermaine Johnson the third or
Mhm.
second. I think Jermaine Johnson, the pass rusher from LSU. I think he's the second.
Hey,
Mhm.
you know me as the Bears fan. I'm gonna get my petty in. The Lions can't help but be the Lions, baby.
Mhm.
I tell like I said, man, people recover. A lot more people have ACL injuries now, and a lot more people come back and play. But I'm just not gonna take the receiver who just came off ACL injury. I'm sorry.
Hold on, 1 second. Did they trade up?
Who, the Lions?
No, the
Or the
Eagles.
Eagles? No. I think this was from what deal? I think this was from the original Carson Wentz deal.
I had them. I mean, I could be wrong, but I had them at. I mean, my board I have up right here may be wrong because they still have pick 18 as well. I think they traded in through Houston or
Yeah, if this is 13,
I think they traded up.
yeah, they
Okay,
traded with Houston, 13 and 15. They swapped.
Yep, you're right. I had to make sure I wasn't.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I actually had Houston being the team that took a chance on Jameson Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like at that point they're just playing with house money with whoever they got from from number 3. So
Mm-hmm. Let me look at the Eagles roster right now.
I'd say a pass rusher.
Yeah,
Because they still have too much money into that offensive line to then go out and I think they need to expunge some of that money in their offensive line before they like get it in their mind that they may need to draft some offensive line help here. But I think they have to go receiver, but you have to give. This may just be a run of receivers right here, and teams just lose their mind. And then,
So does old boy from North Dakota State go now? Is that who's going?
no,
Yeah.
I think it's Traylon Burks from Arkansas.
Well, I mean, I don't think this is the year receiver though. Don't get me wrong. There's some good receivers in this
I'm not
draft.
saying it's the year of the receiver, but there were some guys who people thought may fall to the teams that have it. So teams may just be like, "Hey, I got to go get one of them before I'm left with nothing."
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't see Drake London being number 1, and then
like I said, I had London and Wilson 1 and 2. It was just kind of flip floppy for me.
I thought it would go. I thought it would just go to Wilson just because of the whole speed deal in the league nowadays. I mean, everyone. I mean, of course, that big Mike Evans type of threat out there is huge, but the way that the speed demons have been able to take over the league in the last few years, everyone wants to try to mimic it.
Hey,
or you know what? Right here, I think the Eagles could go Devin Lloyd, the linebacker from Utah, because I mean they have holes all over that defense still. Outside of Slade, I mean, who's on their defense?
They don't even have Slade. What are you talking about?
They got Fletcher Cox still, do they not?
Oh, you talking about the Eagles? I'm sorry, I lost my mind first. Yeah, I'm sorry, they do still got Slade.
I mean, Fletcher Cox is old. I mean, at this point, Fletcher Cox he's not the driving force he was.
It's going to be his last year with him coming up on contract year and everything. Like he got one more year of Fletcher.
Well, no, he restructured his deal. He voided the contract and then came back on a lower deal for him. But I think this is Devin Lloyd right here.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going Burks. I think that they are going to say, Jalen Hurts, you showed a little something last year. Let's see if you really got it if we give you more targets. Let's see.
I wouldn't be mad at it, bro, because Traylon Burks, he's also the versatile, there's a team out there thinking that they could take somebody and do with their receiver what the 49ers did with Debo. Yeah. And Traylon Burks at Arkansas, he lined up in a lot of different positions, including that running back position from time to time, and took handoffs and took screen passes and quick
the thing for me
stuff like that.
About it is just that you already have your big play guy that can take the top off with your pick last year with Devontae Smith, right? So now get somebody else that can come underneath, because really
that can work that middle of the field. Yeah,
specializes in is those contested catches. And it may be product of him not having the top end speed like everybody else, right? But that boy gonna catch the ball playing out in
Mhm.
Simple.
Oh yeah,
So,
at the point of the catch, he is definitely a dog, man, and he's hard to bring down too. So
Yeah.
Traylon Burks probably could be the sweet spot for him.
Also, they did trade. Did it?
yeah, that was a
They
trade. Yeah.
traded. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
So, Caden, I gotta ask for
What's up?
you in your career,
Mhm.
what was the one talent that a guy had that would make him the hardest to deal with?
Like for across the board or
Just the man across from you. What is the thing that you would look at a guy and be like, oh man, this might be a longer day than normal.
for me personally, I would say just strength. There's especially being at a young age, there's some people who are really gifted with strength or they progressed a lot faster in the weight room. So I mean, speed, of course, you have to have some kind of speed to go with it because, if you're just fast, you're just going to match hips. But if you got just that next level strength, there's so much more you have to take into consideration, especially dropping back to that kick step. You can't just work, get back. You're one bad step, getting caught off balance and you going right over the top, or you can go speed to power real quick. So that, and I would say hand speed, because hand speed's everything in a lot of positions in the game. Just they got quick hands and everything. Try to get hands on, get your solid punches in, or even
With
just
all
run
these
blocking.
children that they bring in,
So,
give me the pick.
yeah.
Would you say that especially the hand speed
Mhm.
is a big part of the reason a guy like Aaron Donald had success? Because when
Oh.
he gets some hands up, they on you quick
Mhm.
and he moves them quick.
Mhm.
And if you touch him, he quickly getting them hands off.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can't block someone without hands. And they announce him now.
They're talking about all these babies.
Yeah, but yeah, hand
Okay,
speed's just.
13th pick. Let's see.
Oh wow, wow. I mean, that's not a bad pick, but I didn't see him go that direction for real. Wow.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I disagree with the pick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a smart one. I think you should be trying to accentuate your offense right now and trying to get that part of the team better. Because look, really what you needed on your defense was in secondary help. You needed, like we know, outside of Slay, their secondary was fucking horrible. For 2 years, like what is it now? Like basically 3 years running, right? They've had an awful secondary.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting one of the top guys. So now, okay, cool. Let's make the offense better. I don't see, maybe it's because I don't view Jordan Davis as a dude that I think is just going to be blowing up plays for you consistently.
I think Jordan Davis, he's like the icing on the cupcake for you. Like if you have a rangy linebacker or you already have an edge threat, you bring a guy like that in and bam, you're good to go. But to not have anything and to say that he's your guy you're gonna go with right there, I think they definitely should have went in another direction. Like, no, get me wrong, I'm real high on Jordan Davis. In a perfect world, Dallas would have traded up to get him, and we would have figured out the offensive line after that. I don't care. I felt like he would have allowed Parsons to have to not have that fall off, because we know he's going to have the fall off. But
yeah, definitely.
Here's my biggest thing with it too, though. If you're going to go defense here, address an issue that you actually need some players at. I understand you don't want to go need
Devin Lloyd,
but Lloyd and Hamilton both are very, very good players sitting right in front of your face right now at positions that you need them at. Why not go get one of those guys? I think this is kind of like how you guys remember when Clemson was having their run, how people were falling in love with some of their defensive linemen. That's how a guy like Colin Farrell or whatever ends up getting drafted as high as he did by the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is just the same. I think people fall in love too much with these D lines out of like the SEC and stuff that have these rotations, and they don't realize, wait a minute, dude. Part of this guy's success is because he's getting to rotate out consistently. He's getting ready to come in fresh against a guy across from him who's probably been in there the whole damn game.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, man. I don't believe in Jordan Davis like that. I really think this is a bad pick by the Eagles, man. And I thought they've done pretty damn well in the last two drafts outside of not addressing secondary needs.
Maybe they see that there's not going to be a good defensive tackle coming in next. Because I'm not too familiar on next year's class, but maybe they're seeing that there's not going to be a solid defensive tackle, kind of like what they're looking for to start replacing that interior, defensive interior, and they're trying
But
to get that
maybe
while it's available.
But maybe it's me. I feel like you're more likely to find a defensive lineman every draft than you are a linebacker that can do what White does, or a safety that can do what Hamilton does. I don't think Hamilton's the best man-to-man coverage guy, but that motherfucker always finds himself in the right place.
Hamilton, to me, you can tell he watches film and he understands route combinations. You can off the bat, you can tell he does those two things really well. And
look, man, playing in that back end, especially at safety, a lot of that is anticipation and knowing what they're running, knowing what concepts they're trying to attack you with. And consistently, me as a Michigan fan, somebody who hates Notre Dame, just like I hate Ohio State, I have to give this guy credit. Hamilton is a damn baller, man. And I think playing at Notre Dame did him a disservice, because if he was at any SEC school, right, or he was at Michigan or Ohio State, he would be getting the love, and he would have probably already gotten drafted. But the fact is, I think people are kind of doubting him because in a couple of those
outside of Notre Dame's
got blown
offensive
out.
lineman, you kind of like, I don't want to touch him.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just seeing right now that it looks like Houston and the Ravens both picks around for both.
Really?
I
love it. That's what I like to see.
Yeah,
looks like talking about.
Looks like they heard you, Jerome. They heard.
Jerome need to speed
it up.
Hey, whichever one of y'all executives and then war rooms watching, we appreciate you, baby. We appreciate you.
I expect Baltimore to go interior offensive line. Like I said, on that offensive line in particular, their biggest need is at the center, and Linderbaum is kind of like your only option. If they don't go here, then
that'd be a great pickup. I think.
I think he could step in and have that Creed Humphreys effect, like Creed Humphreys had in Kansas City. I think he could. I mean, he's a day one starter. I could potentially see them going with a pass rusher here. I think Baltimore is always in the market for somebody that can get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Just from the way that they want to play defense, the man-to-man heavy blitz that they want to play.
I mean,
I could see Jermaine Johnson going, but
I mean, you saw that with Calais Campbell, the way they picked him up.
Yeah, they brought
and how effective he was there in that scheme. Like, don't get me wrong, that guy's a freak, but he really excelled in that system. See.
So, like I said, I'm curious to see if they go offensive line.
Wow, really? I didn't see. Wow.
Hey, Mase was just talking about they needed another playmaker in that secondary. Hey,
that's a good call. And
that's a very good pickup right there.
Hey, Baltimore does it again, baby.
Yep.
That's a hell of a pickup right there.
Look, if he can work out for them, and Patrick Queen can learn how to shed a damn block, they've got their new linebacker safety combination that they had for 10, 12 years with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed.
And listen, man, the people, he looks big on TV. Kyle Hamilton is a big boy. He's like 6'4", in that 220 range. He's a big boy.
They got him listed at 6'4", 220. That is a big man right there. Look, honestly, the only thing that would have scared me with him as a NFL GM is his tape in a lot of ways reminded me of Taylor Mase, but I feel like he's more instinctual than Taylor Mase.
Like I said, look at it, bro. He understands route. I mean, you can look at his tape and you say he understands route combinations. He understands where his defense is weak at and what his keys are.
Yeah.
And one of the most important things, that man knows how to tackle too. And the league now as a safety, you got to be able to tackle. Like you used to be able to get away with just being a cover guy, right? Being able to just drop back and make sure you break up plays.
When he gets his hands on you, you go down.
Oh yeah. Definitely. So you got to tackle. It's one thing I think that if you notice across the league, there are safeties that really struggle with it. Hell, I could talk about it in Chicago here, right? One thing that people have harped on for Eddie Jackson is that man has had a lot of missed tackles. And Mase, I love Eddie, bro. Like, I wouldn't get rid of him off the team. I think when you have him with the right dude by him, like when they had Smash Amos, it's perfect because now he can go play center field. He can go make plays for you. He can go jump routes. You know what I mean? You're not asking him to come down in the box and always be making these plays. But yes, one of the issues he's had is tackling, man. Like, I've watched that guy blow some fucking tackles, man.
See,
and in the league now, you have to be able to. This
Kyle Hamilton pick also allows them to let him go cover people's tight ends.
Yep.
Because you can't out physical him. Like
no, he's a big DB, real big DB.
And like I said, his instincts are good enough to keep him in the secondary. Like I said,
the thing that makes me believe in him the most to be able to succeed at the NFL level too is if you watch his hips. That man, he flips some hips easy. It's not, for a lot of guys, a lot of bigger guys like that, it's hard for them to flip the hips, get turned, going in another direction. You see him, them hips flip, and he flies to the ball. So I think he's bound to have a very successful career in Baltimore. I think they have.
Definitely. This is for him. This is like ideal. This is his perfect spot for him.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's perfect. You get to come in. Well, like you said, they picked up Marcus Williams now, right? They have veteran guys in there that can show him some things. Because, look, for the knocks that I have on the safeties that they've had in Baltimore, they've had some veteran crafty guys, some guys who don't have the physical traits that you would want, especially with speed, but yet they would still find themselves in a lot of positions to make plays. Maybe not so much this last year. That was more product of all of their corners being hurt.
Yeah, everybody being hurt. There's nothing
corners
you can do
1 through 5 got hurt for them. So when you're running your practice squad guys out there and you're starting corners, it's gonna be a long fucking day all the time, right? But I think them having more health this year, I think will help a lot. All right, let's see who the Texans going with.
Rebuilding that line.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Hey, put him next to whoever you want on either side, and now you have a side to run to.
Yep. Because Kenyon Green has the versatility to play both guards, and he's actually even played. He started at center for A&M as well. So I mean, the guy in the interior, not like I said, now you can build one side of your line and say, listen, bro, when we need 2 yards, we're coming behind y'all. When we're sliding protection, we're sliding it away from y'all because y'all got it over there. Like I think this is probably the smartest thing the Texans could have done right here.
What I really love about him is that, like my man Caden here, he finishes. He finishes his blocks. Like he's gonna put you. He's trying to drive you through the goddamn ground, and I appreciate that in the lineman. You need some nastiness to you.
The only thing that I mean, I don't really see it as a huge concern. He only benched 20 reps, but at the same time, he's a big body. So even with that 20 reps, once he leans on you, you're not gonna get him off of you. He's a very big.
I will say, when you're seeing a guy like that doing the things he's doing, only he did have a lower bench score compared to everyone else in the combine, but strength that could be top, especially still in the league. You could increase it. It's not an intangible. You could always get in that weight room, grind and lift more. It's those intangibles that I personally look for when I'm coaching any kid. If he can just naturally have that ability to start learning the technique, get his hips low, and have control of his body, and I think it somewhat translates to here. You can develop strength over time.
Hey, not everybody gets to be Larry Allen and come out just, I am the best. I can do it all, baby. or Haloti Ngata, where it's like, wait a minute, how the hell are you that athletic? The scariest part about Haloti Ngata to me was that dude legitimately was athletic enough to be an NFL running back, and that's insane. That is insanity.
It's ridiculous.
His feet were quick enough to do that.
Dude, watching dudes like him and Justin Smith work for years was like amazing to me, because it was like, yo, how the fuck are you that big and yet your feet are always under you, bro? Your feet are always where they need to be. Your hands go right where you need them to be all the time. Like, How are you this consistent down after down after down, man?
I mean, just the athleticism for big men. I mean, you see it translate even down to the shorter guys with the 40 times. How old the 40s are like the 40s are getting, and then just the athleticism going all the way to the top. And I mean, it's across all sports, not just the NFL. But to be able
I
to carry
do think
that,
that's kind of what allowed the Eagles to feel comfortable with Jordan Davis, because I mean his measurables matched the tape. He looked a lot quicker, even though he was I think he's dropped about 20 pounds from Georgia.
Mhm.
So I think at Georgia he was around that 350, 360 range. I know at the combine he weighed in around 340 something. So I mean he dropped weight and he had the quickness that nobody thought he would have. I mean,
Mhm.
guy ran a 4.7 at 340 pounds. So I mean,
that's
people may look at that and be
absurd.
like, we can figure it out. We can figure out the best way to use you. Just be yourself, be big and fast, and we'll figure it out. You got Fletcher Cox to learn from.
You guys see Commanders going with a DB or a receiver right here?
Oh man.
Commanders going quarterback.
So
think
I
so?
mean,
They do ain't no damn way they believe in Carson Wentz. Ain't no. Hold on, dog. Carson Wentz had one of the best offensive lines in football last year. Had good enough skill position players, and we saw what happened. Okay. No way they believe in him.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is a stopgap. This is another team in a position to where they can say, we're going to sit this guy for at least 8 games before we got to play him.
Yeah.
Okay. So all the pressure's off. Season's probably already done. So whatever you do now is icing on the cake.
It's just hard being a team like Washington with all that young talent you have on defense and even on some of the positions on offense. And
I mean,
you want to win now when you're starting to get that much talent coming in.
Because hey, everybody's going to get paid around the same time within like a 3-year time span. They're gonna have to pay McLaurin, Chase Young, and them other D linemen out there.
They got the money, dog. Like, but that's the thing. They have the money. They ain't paying nobody. Who are they paying right now?
The only person, one of the few people they were paying, they let him go. They Landon Collins. He took them boy to the bank. And now he on the bed. Hey, now he on the couch right now, just hoping for a shot.
Hey, call him his proper name, Legend at the Bank, Landon Collins. Oh man!
What? The Ravens traded Hollywood to the Cardinals for the 23rd?
Whoa, that's big. That is big.
What?
Yo,
Hollywood.
Hey,
whoa.
Listen, I saw it pop up like Baltimore at 23. I was like, Baltimore ain't got it, but I kind of let it slide. I was like, what?
Yo,
wow.
Hey, Baltimore seen the same things we seen there with Hollywood. They was like, nah, you ain't trick us, bro. You ain't fooling us.
I can see Baltimore going to grab Johan Dotson from Penn.
Damn.
Let's see what they pick.
Somebody gonna draft this damn quarterback, man. I'm gonna get it right eventually. I feel like
they went Jahan Dotson. Okay.
You know what? Honestly, I'm feeling like John Gruden right now with Johnny Manziel, nigga, trying to get Malik Willis drafted. Like, this is the spot for him. This is it.
Listen, bro, I think he might be the best receiver in this draft when it's said and done, man. Because my boy has the athleticism. He's got the speed.
But my one question is though. My question is, who the you want Tyler Heineke throwing them the ball? You believe in that? You believe in Heineke?
I mean, hell, McLaurin, he overcame that. Listen, bro.
So now you want 2 dudes to overcome garbage quarterback play, huh?
This man's ball skills are excellent, bro. He's got the breakaway speed.
Look,
if Dallas was to have picked a receiver at 24, this is the one that I have wanted. because
I'm just happy all these damn wide receivers going off before Green Bay pick.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I almost thought they'd go with it.
Green Bay and New England, because you got to think.
Oh, yeah.
I don't give a damn about New England. I have the devil in my division. Do you see what shirt I'm wearing? I have the devil in my division. I don't want him to have more targets. I want him to have less.
The Chargers pick is already in. See, this is what I like right here.
Mm-hmm.
You realize the Bears only have one good corner at this point. I can't look. Jalen Johnson can't cover everybody. Okay.
Yeah. Well, the only reason why I really thought Washington was going to go with a corner just because, I mean, they got Curtis Samuel, they got Scary Terry. I mean, yeah. Wait, hold on. Chargers picks in.
I'm not gonna lie. I like that pick.
Mm-hmm.
I like that pick a lot.
Get Herbert some more protection. Get a little bit more power up front.
To be honest with you, I thought Zion Johnson was going to be someone who dropped into the 20s and was going to go to a really good team and help them out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He ends up dropping, basically almost to the 20s here with the Chargers.
So this is where
that's an excellent pick for them.
This is where I thought Jordan Davis would go right here, because they're putting so much stock into their defense.
Mm-hmm.
To put a guy in the middle, I thought this is where he would go. But I like this pick, man. Keep your quarterback on his feet, because you seen Herbert can get it done for you. Keep that man on his feet.
And honestly,
Eagles trade to the Titans.
On top of that,
drafted a quarterback
now,
right here.
In the past 2 seasons, right? If Zion Johnson hits, right, in the past 2 seasons, you've literally gotten yourself all-pro left tackle, all-pro guard. You're basically good, right? Because the Eagles, they had what? 3 all-pro guys and then 2 guys who could kind of be really good too. So you're setting yourself up here for success. They're doing it in a very smart way, knowing that, they've already invested in improving their defense this offseason by getting Mase, by trading away the picks that they did to get him. So you don't need to go defense now, right? Smart decision. They go offense now. You improve the strong part of your team, and now also you're probably adding in a more versatile ability to be able to run the game, because he's another guy who moves guys off their feet. Again, there's another guy, he gets his hands on you, he's putting your ass in the dirt.
And to couple on that, he's a Boston College kid, so I mean, he's up here, he's 2 steps ahead. So let's not you got to think about his ability to on the fly to him to understand changing protections and all those little things that you're gonna have to need to. The Titans traded AJ Brown to the Eagles. Ooh.
All right, so the Titans don't have a lot of needs. Where do you think they go here?
I'd say quarterback.
I don't think they'll go quarterback personally.
I think they're at their wits' end with Tannehill. I don't think that they think that they can get any better with Tannehill being their quarterback. So if there's, any of those quarterbacks you put out there right now, they can lean on Derrick Henry for the beginning of their career. So
I don't know.
But are you sure they're going to be able to? Derrick Henry is coming off that injury. We don't know how healthy he is at this point.
I mean, their core. Did they lose any O-line this offseason? I didn't read anything about them losing any.
No, I think they're
and I don't see any.
I believe they kept all of their starters. Let me double check for you real quick. Give me 1 second here.
Because as long as all their starters are still there, I could see them rocking with them, as a core one more year with D-Hen in the backfield. And then,
because obviously,
they already made a lot of
AJ Brown, they obviously feel like that they have enough in the receiver room.
Oh, yeah. They got a solid receiving core.
So, obviously they feel like they have enough there.
I'm just thinking, on the defensive side, if they need anything on the defensive side of the ball.
They've already invested a lot of money into their secondary with these last 2 years with Caleb Farley and Chris Fulton. So I don't think they go there. Kevin Bird is still a dog.
Yep. I don't. They got a lot of options because they don't really have any big needs.
Maybe this is
The
where
only-
Jermaine Johnson comes off the board, bro. Because I mean, like I said, you could always use another pass rusher.
The only position that they technically could improve at is right tackle with Dylan Randoms. He wasn't the best for them last year, but
Mhm.
again, right tackle, you don't always necessarily need the best guy ever.
Yeah.
There, so
If that's your, I mean, you can always chip with a tight end or a running back at that point if that's your weakest spot.
Yeah.
Maybe like I
don't
said,
know.
maybe a pass rusher. Maybe this is
Maybe.
like I said, Jermaine Johnson still sitting out there. I think this might be a pretty good spot for him.
Let's see. Look at their depth chart. Oh man. Let me see that unofficial depth chart.
That's crazy though, man. All two receivers have went on the move right now, man. AJ Brown and Hollywood out there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the AJ Brown. Where did AJ get?
That was for the trade right here. For the,
that was for that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was AJ Brown.
Hey, I know Jalen Hurts over there. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, number 18 and then 22 third round pick, or in the third round pick this year. So the AJ Brown. I don't know who they go get right here.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't know.
Like I said, personally, I feel like it's got to be the only thing that I could think of right now is just a pass rusher.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I was looking at their linebackers and everything, and
yeah, they're fairly young there. I think they still have Bird and Amani Hooker at safety. They put a lot, unless they feel like the cornerbacks that they've drafted aren't that good, and they just know that they just got to go get a guy. I think it's going to be a pass rusher.
yeah.
Because at this point, I don't really know. I don't think you trade up right here for an offensive lineman when your offensive line is solid. I mean,
and tried and true. I mean, allowing Derrick Henry the rush for the yards he's been doing. I mean,
yeah, those guys are doing something right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, granted, not taking anything away from Derrick Henry, but that
it's
front is a lot
easier to break whenever you don't get touched for the first 5 yards.
Yeah, you don't get to the second level and constantly be highlighting these DBs without your old line opening up them damn holes. Plain out and simple.
Pick is in.
So they grab it. Oh, I mean, that's not a bad pick at all.
Sense. That makes sense.
That's not a bad pick at all.
You trade away AJ Brown, you need somebody to catch the damn ball, right?
Yep. That's not a bad trade at all, or not trade, but pick.
And on top of that, you told AJ Brown plain out simple, now, dog, we ain't giving you Tyreek Hill money.
Yeah.
No.
Ain't no way.
So,
and he fits the bill for he could just step in and do AJ Brown's job right off the bat right there. He's the same build, that same type of gritty guy. So,
and it also allows you now to then turn around and say, okay, Julio, we'll bring you back for another year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is Julio interested? I don't know. I think Julio also might be looking at some other places and be like,
hey, he hoping like a Kansas City hit him up like, hey, bro, we just need you for a year, dog.
Hey, I'm telling you, Baltimore need to come knocking on that man's door and say, Julio, you ain't got a block around here, Julio. Don't worry about it, dog. Don't worry about it.
Just go catch the ball. That's all you gotta do.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck all that shit that they was having you do in Tennessee. Nah, don't worry about that. Just go get that ball.
On run plays, we won't even have you in the game, bro. You take risks.
Nah,
we got young dudes for
that. hey, Bateman and them boys can handle all that blocking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
yeah, we got young dudes for that.
What's his name? What's that dude name they keep fucking signing? It's old as hell. on that wide receiver core. What is his goddamn name? Oh Lord, hold on, man. I gotta look it up. I'm trying to think.
What's
Cause he ain't good, and all they use him for is blocking.
You talking about Baltimore?
Mm-hmm.
I know they got a tight end, Jack Boyle.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
solid.
that's his only
maybe he ain't
purpose is
there
to come in and block.
I know. You said he's not there no more.
Nah, he ain't on the squad no more.
right,
I know
well-
you wasn't talking about Sneed.
Yeah, there we go. Sneed ass.
I was.
bringing
Ain't
Sneed
no
back
way you
just
talk
to
about
block.
Sneed. Ain't no way you talk about Sneed.
That
dude.
all they had that boy in there for was, hey, if
Oh,
Sneed in,
he
you
a
know
lot.
they about to run the ball, baby.
Mhm.
You know what time it is. He ain't running no fucking routes. You know his route is go block.
Mhm.
What do we think the Saints go right here?
Mm,
Look, man.
I say D
I know
line and receiver.
I know I keep saying it. Quarterback is wide open for him right here, bro. Wide open.
Yeah.
And think about it. Drafting him at this point, too, you're outside of the top 10, right? You're moving more towards the 20s, which means the contract is going to be lower. You have him under control for 5 years at a lower rate. If he hits, you've hit a fucking grand slam, right? Because now you have the franchise quarterback. You have him on a cheaper deal.
Yeah, you got for 5
For
years on
5
a cheaper
years.
contract.
So-
So.
I think you have to go quarterback here, especially knowing the salary cap issues that they have currently and that they're trying to still right. Like don't get me wrong, I know with them historically it's kind of been fuck the salary cap, right? They kept finding ways to renegotiate deals, pay guys more bonus money up front and stuff
we
like
got
that.
a backload a little bit more. We're just pushing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then once they
Exactly,
get to the back end, they just restructure the contract. They just
Yeah, we're gonna
extend
push
the
it back a
years
little
out.
bit. Yeah.
Hey,
So-
we'll give you 2 more years, bro.
Yeah,
and
I
signing
think
bonus.
with seeing that their ownership seems to be keen on continuing to try and do it like that as long as they have a competitive team, I'm telling you, that quarterback is the way to go right now. You got to secure that position because you cannot bet on next year saying, well, we're in the Bryce Young sweepstakes. Because who else have you guys heard about for next year besides Bryce Young? Who is there?
CJ Stroud. I think they're like 1 and 2. Stroud and
Do you actually believe in CJ Stroud?
yeah.
I mean, but
For
it all depends. I guess if the Saints really got that much faith in Jameis, because they may. I mean, he didn't before Jameis got hurt. He wasn't playing terrible last year. Like,
But you'd have to pay him. You'd have to pay him.
very, very true, very true. And I mean, granted, I just want to see Jameis succeed so bad because I love his personality. I love how he plays on the field. Like, I just want him to. Yeah, I need him to succeed for at least just 1 year, 1 to 2 years. I need him to do something. I mean, eating the W, the whole bit.
Eating the dub.
Yeah. His whole vibe, personality, I can get down with it.
Look, as much as people wanted to blame him for everything that went on in Tampa Bay, he was actually not their biggest problem. Like we said, their defense was atrocious, man.
Terrible.
Jesus Christ, were they bad? Like,
and look, like, how was he in the position to throw that many times?
What? Mm-hmm. Why does he have to? Why is he constantly down in the fourth quarter? It ain't all him. There's plenty of teams where their quarterback. Hey, look, ask the San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo's ass was good for like a turnover a game, but they still made it work. Okay, so don't tell me it's the quarterback. Don't give me all that shit that it's just all on him. Mm-hmm. Something ain't right there. And they were, honestly, since they fired Raheem Morris, from the time that they fired him up until when Tom Brady came there, they were a shit show. Mm-hmm. Call it what they were. They were a shit show.
So what was up with the whole wait? Okay, yep. I mean, I saw that on a lot of boards. I mean, on most boards, though, I saw him going earlier than the receiver. I had them switched. I had them getting him a number 11 and a receiver at 19.
Well, didn't they
just trade Armstead.
They lost a tackle this offseason, though, didn't they?
I mean, Armstead, hands down, top 2 tackle
Yeah,
in the
Armstead
league.
out of
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Well, when he's healthy, we
Yep.
have to preface it that way.
yep,
Because
yep,
I mean,
when he's
and
out there,
Tyron
he
Smith
is.
they're both in that like when they're healthy talk
yeah.
right now.
They're
It's like Trent Williams and then everybody else, and then like maybe you can squeak in a few dudes right in
Yeah.
between when they're healthy.
mhm.
I don't like this one.
I mean, I could see why they did it, especially with him leaving.
Yeah.
Get some young talent right there.
But is he really that good? I mean, how do you? My problem is this: he played at Northern Iowa.
mhm.
You don't actually know how good he is against competition. You don't.
Yeah, it's hard when they play for the those smaller schools. Just
Who did he play against? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, guys that can still be super talented going to smaller schools. We've seen it throughout the entire history of the NFL, right? Where guys go to some guys that come from smaller schools and they'll be great, right?
Mhm.
Hell, look, one of my favorite players, T.O. of all time, right? Went to a super fucking small school. Went to a black college, for being for real, right? And he's a Hall of Famer. So it can happen, but hell, Jerry Rice too. Another dude went to a super small school, right?
Yeah, and that was before the days where the HBCUs were what they are today. Because the HBCUs, like now, they're putting athletes out there, but 10 years ago, I mean, it was far and few between.
Yep. So, look, I get it that some guys can be good, like I said, but I just don't believe in this, man. Offensive linemen that go to small schools are sketchy to me because you never know how good they are, no matter how good their tape looks, no matter how good their combine and shit looks. You don't really know because who the fuck have they had to block in the past 6 years of their life? They've been playing guys that they're majority of the time way better than. Their skill level, their athleticism is here. The guys they're playing with are here. So how do I know that you can compete with the guys that are at the same athleticism level as you? Everybody's athletic at the NFL level. Everybody's strong. Everybody's fast.
I will say, as a former offensive lineman, the gap is definitely very big, jumping from level to level to level, and it's hard to just see who's going to be great and who's not. You don't hear about all these busted offensive linemen who are draft busts just because they're not on the front pages and everything. So I would say that translates across all, no matter what school they're coming from. I mean, guys like Evan Neal, yeah. So I mean, guys like Evan Neal and is the other tackle picked up yet? I don't think so. No, he wasn't.
I think there's still one more on the board.
Yeah, so I think they could have also, did a good job going there too. But it's hard just to predict what the talent's going to be like at the next level because, like you were saying, when you're that much better than everyone else. And then when you jump to that next level and you're seeing guys like TJ Watt, Aaron Donald, just freaks, you don't know how they're going to compete and handle, that kind of competition.
Hell, even when you're seeing guys like Emmanuel Ogba, who's had to figure it out over years and has finally figured out what he has to do with his pure athleticism, right?
Yeah.
I remember when he came out, he was all speed. And if we're being honest, like about 5 years of his career, that's all he was just a pure speed rusher. But now Ogba has figured out ways to be more effective. He can now actually help the team in the run game. He gets more of an effective pass rush. He's getting more pressures. He's getting more hurries and shit because he figured it out. But yeah, that's where I say it just worries me, especially with offensive linemen from smaller schools, because I don't know how good you're like for me, one of the biggest things in ways that I judge an offensive lineman is how do you recover? What happens when the guy's already beat you on his initial move? Are you a guy that's panicking and now you're going to do some stupid shit and put yourself in even a worse position? Or are you going to recover and get yourself back in the position?
Yeah,
right.
Because a lot of guys will just throw the bag out the window. They start grabbing on, holding on, or you see it in the league even. Someone gets beat.
Do you have the foot speed and the hand speed to recover? That's really what it comes down to.
And on top of that,
and the mental aspect. Yep, the mental aspect because there's times where you're on your heels and you feel like you're about to get put into the ground, and next thing you know, you sink your hips. You get choppy with it, and you're right back in it. And
that's why like the offensive linemen that go to the higher academic schools tend to work out well because like I said, like the kids from Northwestern or the offensive line from Notre Dame, like I said, at Boston College, like I think Zion Johnson's going to be a dog.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, offensive lineman, you have to have it up here because if you panic,
because like the ability to retain, like one thing that helped me a lot personally was just being able to retain. I could watch film, break down film in the study room and everything, and I could know each one of his pass rush moves, how he's going to react on run, and being able to retain that information and then apply it during the game is huge because natural ability can only take you so far. But if you can anticipate what they're going to do based on their get off, they can only do so many moves out of a certain get off or a certain alignment, PSA. And so if you can do that, you're going to put yourself in a great position to succeed each individual battle. So
all right, here comes another organization that always seems to be hitting. Who they going with this year? Like I'm gonna tell you something. As a Bears fan, it makes me so jealous of a team like the Steelers, where it's like they don't necessarily win the Super Bowl every year, but you never feel like your team is gonna be trash though.
They're always fun to watch. You ain't never going in like, man, we're gonna go lumped another. Nah, man.
All you gotta do all this just pick the fucking play.
I think Jerome locked up. Look at him, cheese in there.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm. You got to
I think this is the quarterback though.
Think so. Yeah, especially with they were initially I think going to go with Dwayne Haskins and rock with him, but with the recent passing and everything, yeah, I think that's where they go.
Joe's giving me a call right now.
Uh-oh. He in trouble. Wife unplugged the router. Let's see. Yeah, I think they're going to go receiver or DB, though, if they don't go quarterback. And Kenny Pickett, wow. I didn't see him going with Kenny. I thought they'd go more with the Malik Willis.
I definitely thought that they would go.
I thought they were going to go Malik.
Well, you got to think about it, though. With this Kenny Pickett pick, I think this right here is only because Kenny Pickett they probably feel like he's more pro ready. Like I said.
Yeah. Ready to get out there.
The same thing with Malik Willis. If he goes to Pittsburgh right there, they have an established system. They have a defense that's always going to put them in positions to have a chance to win, and they have a run game. Yeah. So so like I said, now you're putting him in two positions to make one read, and he's not the athlete that Malik Willis is, but he's still an athlete enough to, hey, if my one read isn't there, I don't have to sit in the pocket and go to 2 to 3. I can just get out and make and scramble on the play. So I think this is good because he has a chance. I think he has a better chance to start week 1 than Malik Willis did.
Yeah, I think so too.
And this is the perfect team to start week 1 with because you have a run game. You have a run game.
You got Najee Harris in the backfield.
Yeah, you have a run game here, and you have a good defense that's going to help you stay in games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think 2 to 3 years down the road, I think Malik Willis will be the top candidate out of this class. But like you're saying, just the ability to be able to start day 1 is huge, and they need that.
Because they're relying on Mitchell Trubisky and
Mitch the Truth Biscuit. Come on now.
Hey, stop that right now. We are not going to do that here. We are not going to sit here.
Think about the same faith that the.
What does New England and Green Bay do right here? There's like no receivers on the board.
New England just traded. They just traded
to the Chiefs. Who the Chiefs coming to get?
A defender, bro.
What do they trade? The Chiefs have 3 first-round picks.
They probably traded one of them picks away.
I'm seeing. Does it say what? Come on, man. Why can't we ever just get someone in the top 15, someone cool? Like, I hate watching round 1 as a New England fan, man. They kill me, man. Like, man,
that would have been the perfect. Trent McDuffie would have been the perfect guy because you need somebody to sit in a spot in.
We need another DB. Our DBs are lackluster right now.
And getting
Man,
old. And getting old. Your safeties are getting old.
yeah, they are. We got Kyle Duggar, Sir Doug holding it down.
Okay, yeah.
We're gonna come out on what? We're gonna come out one safety high, baby.
That's it.
Nah, he ain't a coverage DB like that though. He awesome at run support, but
There you go. All right. Sorry about that, everybody that was watching us live on Twitch. That was my fault. My computer crashed. It's fun stuff.
I see. I don't know who Casey's gonna go with because I mean they
They
still got
have to go with
Hardman.
secondary. I'm
Yeah, I think a
either-
DB. I'm thinking a DB. The
I think they
help
might go
Snead
with
out
Daxton Hill right here. I think the
because they still no, they got rid of Frank Clark, didn't they?
no, he's there still.
Is he there? Because I know they have Chris Jones. They got I'm thinking it must have been nine men. I know they got rid of one of the D linemen.
But there's really no well, like I said,
Yeah,
Jermaine Johnson is still there, but I mean
But
he's
this
probably
yeah,
for a reason
but-
at this point.
Yeah, but I mean this high up in the draft.
I
Really?
like Andre Booth Jr. really because of his versatility, but I figured they could have waited for him.
Mhm.
So I know you guys are talking about the trade here, but I have to say this. All right, so for Pittsburgh and making this Kyle Pickett pick, I think it's a great pick because they're not going to ask too much of him in typical Pittsburgh fashion. He probably won't play this season. We're probably going to see Mitchell Trubisky for the course of the season because look, for all the shit that I've talked about Mitchell Trubisky over the years, he's better than what Ben Roethlisberger was, or Big Rape was last year. Excuse me, I have to call him his proper name around here. We don't refer to him as anything but Big Rape. But yes, he's better than he was last year. So I think the Steelers will be in a position where they're going to continue to compete. We know that defense is still going to be good. They seem to be getting better year after year, especially if they can stay healthy. Having guys like Casey Hayward, TJ Watt, Mika Fitzpatrick, these guys make plays week after week after week, right? So defense is going to be good. I don't even think we'll see Pickett this year unless Trubisky's hurt.
And then a third and a fourth.
That's a Bill Belichick move. He wants all the second, third, fourth, fifth. Oh yeah.
Well, if you haven't noticed, Bill Belichick's draft plan is always give me as many swings as possible because he knows he's not the best at it. He understands where his deficiency is, and he's like,
he would much rather have he'd much rather have a whole bunch of middle round picks before they can go to free agency, or fall a little bit lower than try to grab just a stud out of the first round.
Hey,
they're
trying to fix that hole. They trying to fix that defense right away.
Hey, 2-3 years from now, maybe even sooner.
Mm-hmm.
That between him, Snead, Justin Reed, Thornhill, that's going to be a solid DB core.
And people, while you are here, make sure you go check out our boy KBizBaby09 on Twitch. That's our boy Calais there. He's over there constantly streaming every day. Make sure you show his stream some love. I know my boy. I know Calais always shows up for love, so I gotta show my boy some love.
I like this pick for them because now I think they can. I still think they will go secondary with number 30 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, there's really no receivers out there right now. They're all gone.
Are you sure?
They made.
You know who's out there, Mase?
Who else talking about?
It's the white receiver from North Dakota State. Y'all forgetting about him. Y'all forgetting about him.
The thing is North Dakota State.
Hey, he's a Green Bay guy.
Out of the Big Sky.
He's a cold weather guy. This is Green Bay's pick. He's a cold weather
guy.
Yeah.
No. Keep him out of my division. What, Mase? Why do you wish so many bad things upon me? Why do you do that? I already have to deal with the devil Aaron Rodgers, and you're gonna do that. You're gonna try to wish that shit upon me too? I have to watch this dude burning by my secondary? Nah, bro.
Hey, this could very. I mean, listen. They have to take a receiver. They have to.
Well, while we are on the topic of North Dakota State, do you guys believe they belong in the Big Sky, or they need to go? They need to go up and play with the big dogs because they've been dominating the Big Sky for so long. I mean, it's not even close.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I agree with you that they are dominating, but it's the same question to when people were talking about Appalachian State when they were dominating, right? They're dominating at their level. You bring their level to the next level, they are now Rutgers or something like
Well,
that. You know what I'm saying?
well,
They're not a football powerhouse. They're all of
I
a
will say
sudden just another
I've seen
team.
the athletes, at North Dakota State, and I go to a Big Sky school. I go to Sacramento State, and so I
Mhm.
see the level of our one AA's. And no disrespect by any means to what the kids at our like my school do, but those North Dakota State athletes are not one AA athletes.
No,
They, and I mean, I don't know. I don't think they belong in the Big Sky. They've been
but
dominating for so long. They need to go.
okay, but think about it though, right? Vanderbilt has been in the SEC for how long? They've been in the SEC for over 30 years at this point, essentially, right?
Mhm.
When's the last time you said, "Hey, Vanderbilt might win the SEC"?
Yeah, yeah. No,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah, no, I
It's
see
a
what you're
whole different
saying.
ball game once you get to this level, because then it's like we talk about with the NFL, right? Where we're like we were talking about with that pick, where I don't know if a dude from Iowa is gonna be able to sit here and compete with dudes that are the best of the best, because I
Yeah.
haven't seen you do that. Because
Hmm.
again, now you're taking guys that are the best in their class and saying, "Well, we drop you in this pool with everybody else who's just as fucking athletic as you," and
Hmm.
they're probably got access to better facilities. They get better treatment.
Hmm.
They might have better coaching. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff,
Yeah.
and then the game changes because now it's a big money. Now you're not the big money school because
Hmm.
you've got the value of your football program. Now you're just another fucking program. You're just another cog in the wheel. Because
Hmm.
look,
Well,
think about it. NCAA, that championship and shit, that's gonna get ratings regardless. That's gonna get
mhm.
people on it. But at that next level, usually what you need is a super dominant team because then people are like, well, let me come and see how good these boys really are.
Because what I honestly saw happen was one of my buddies I went to high school with, he's starting running back down at Dixie State, and
Mm-hmm.
so I already heard of the rumors about them going division. Hold on, that's not a bad pickup though. They got a
Hey,
gap at line.
hey,
Yeah.
I'm cool with it, baby.
Ye-
Not somebody for the devil to throw the ball to. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I'm gonna tell you something. Outside of Jair Alexander, they kind of suck at drafting defensive
Yeah.
player. I think they really in the past like 10 years, the only two that they've really hit on are Jair and Kenny Clark.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
I don't
everybody
like
else has
this. Like
kind of
so
been a
you
miss.
you still have N'Kobe Dean and Devin Lloyd on the board. I don't like this at all.
Hmm.
Mace, I think this is
Yeah.
product of people. It's the same thing that I was talking about with those Clemson guys. Look at how many dudes from Clemson probably got drafted higher than they should have. Not to say that they're bad players, but they probably got drafted higher than they should have because that team was in the national championship. That team was in the picture for the past couple of years, and so everybody's hyped on their
See,
players.
I
Everybody
the
want to get
word
their
on
piece of it.
the word was N'Kobe Dean may slip, and I kind of understood it because I mean he did have Devontae Wyatt and Jordan Davis in front of him, keeping linemen off of him so he could skate side to side a lot. So yeah, I understood that slip. But to go and take another Georgia linebacker after you're not after people saying the best one was gonna slip, I don't like it.
But I
Hey,
mean,
look,
if you look at Quay Walker's pursuit and
Ooh,
his speed and his breakdown,
Buffalo just traded with Baltimore right here.
oh
yeah.
wow,
Hey, now we have hit a spot in the draft to where the rich are getting richer.
yep.
Okay, like there are a lot of really, really good fucking players on the board still, and for the fact of the matter that teams are able to still get them at this point, ooh man, holy crap! Like this
Hmm.
is amazing.
But yeah, with that, what I was saying with Quay Walker, though,
I had Buffalo taking the lone running back right here.
yo, yeah, I,
I have them taking Bryce Hall. Or is it
mhm.
Bryce Hall? Bryce Hall? Bryce Hall?
Is it? Let's see. Jerome, you could probably see. I sent it to you too, Mace. My whole setup I got trying to keep track of everything on this draft. Man, I need another monitor. It's it is. Yeah, y'all see what I'm dealing with over here. Like me being the
Look,
football junkie I am, I can't get enough information at one time.
hey, I feel you, bro. I
Like,
feel you. Look, why you think I keep looking down on my phone, man? I'm over here
hmm
checking stuff out.
I'm trying to get another one of those monitors right over here. Get the maybe grab a fourth while I'm at it. Like,
hey, I got a text message from my homeboy Mase. He was trying to talk shit to me when I told him I wouldn't worry about Phoenix trying to close out that series. He was like, "Oh man, they done without Booker. They done that." I said, "Dog, as you showed like you need to chill out." He's like, "All they got is campaign." I'm like, "Dude, campaign has been good for them, bro. Like he's not been the campaign he was for the Bulls, right? He's been actually a good player for them. Like I don't know what you're really saying, but hey, CP3 apparently went crazy tonight. So But all right, let's see who.
I don't know, that New England trade though. I think it's pretty smart that because I don't think they saw anything there that they needed right away, and to be able to grab those two.
I'd say it was smart just because, like I said, Bill Belichick know he ain't the best at drafting.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you know you ain't the best at
I think
drafting,
Baltimore's making some power moves right here because they know they can get the guy that they really want late, so they keep moving back because they know nobody's going to get up and get him.
You know, the one thing I was thinking, I mean, granted, New England did just draft Mac Jones, and I may just be pipe dreaming, but I think if Baker went to New England, I think if one guy could get the reins on him, I think it could be Belichick. Like I said, I could just be, I could be on some, but
yeah, don't fall for this Baker chip on his shoulder. He just needs the right situation. Nonsense, bro.
This
don't
guy,
fall
bro.
Because put him in the system, get him system football. He's a little bit mobile. He's got an arm. He's got a dialing accuracy a little bit.
You realize that Baker Mayfield is ass, right?
I mean, yeah. He has the intent. Like, yeah, he can't hit a broadside of a barn, but he could hit it from get it there from far away if the barn was big enough.
My man, he couldn't figure out how to throw it to Odell and Jarvis. You can't tell me he's any good. You can't. You'll never convince me that he's any good. Because
Belichick's gonna say throw it right here after 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 1, 2, boom, and he don't have to worry about it. Just the receiver got to get there.
Oh, you think that's what it is, huh? They just need to tell him, hey, throw it to here after 1, 2 seconds. That's what it is.
Yep.
Hey, you know what, then? Why don't y'all just trade away Mac Jones to another team, man? Y'all go ahead and go get Baker Mayfield and tell me how that works out for you at the end of the season.
I mean, we're good at taming the crazy. Like,
shit, who crazy did y'all tame?
Who else we brought in? We had Josh Gordon in for a minute. He was cool for a few games.
He just got suspended again.
Man, I mean, he was cool though.
Sure. And I'm pretty sure
we're not going to talk about Antonio. He is some Broncos can't be tamed. We'll leave it at that.
Y'all tamed the crazy, but then you knew right where I was going to Antonio.
All I'm saying is his equipment was on for the entirety of all the games he played for us. So you know.
So Baltimore got 25
remind me, how many games did he play for y'all before y'all had to be like?
I think he just played one, to be honest. But hey, Cam wasn't doing none crazy. Cam's always been doing crazy stuff, but I'm not saying he played well in New England, but I don't think he was doing anything too crazy.
What you bringing up Cam for? What Cam got to do? Cam wasn't doing nothing crazy. Cam just dressed crazy.
I mean, Cam always saying something.
Cam just dressed like he's the Riddler or the Joker in a 1970s Batman comic, dog. Like, what do you want from him?
I honestly have no idea where Buffalo's going to go right
now. They want that DB. Claire Lamb.
Hey, I guess they said we ain't never giving up no more of these passes again.
Yep.
Okay.
Never again.
That's not a bad pick, bro. Like he was solid for
get Tre'Davious White some help out there, and
because did they bring back Levi Wallace?
I don't believe so.
Because it's one of the quiet kept secrets in the NFL has been Levi Wallace being a very, very solid corner for years. So let's see, did they bring him back? Oh no, he signed with Pittsburgh. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And see, this right here allows them to keep Johnson at the slot because he's out wide. And now you have 2 6-foot tall corners on the outside with him and Trey White.
Mm-hmm. 6'1", 4'3", 940. He's big. He can move. I mean,
I guess I can't be mad at them because we can't say that they didn't need secondary help after we saw what the hell happened in that Chiefs game. So I ain't mad at it.
Honestly, at this point, I have no idea what Dallas is about to do. I'm at my wits end. All the people. Right. Listen, bro. All the people that I thought.
You say you got 2 mocks. What do your 2 mocks say that the Cowboys is about to do?
I had them trading up with Baltimore to go get Jordan Davis.
I told you was fucking drunk for that in the first.
And then I had them selecting Zion Johnson.
So who the Cowboys going now? Who they going, babe? Let's call it. Your team. Who are the Cowboys picking? Who is it gonna be?
They're gonna do something stupid. And then in like 3 years, Jerry gonna blame it on Steven.
Hey, is Zeke ever going to show up in shape? Is he ever?
Nope.
Or did y'all pay him too soon?
I think we should have just set a price with Zeke and been like, if you go over that price, then you good. Bro, they had Darren McFadden reviving his career behind our offensive line. There was no reason to go take a running back at number 4 the following year.
Who they got at center right now? Yeah, center right now.
Biadish.
Okay.
I think before his injury, he actually had a first round grade, and then I think it was like an injury that dropped him back.
All I'm gonna say is, it's funny how quickly things change for you there, Cowboys fans.
All the people that I thought they were gonna pick are gone. What you want me to do? Be hype about some motherfucker I don't know?
Yep. Yeah, get hype, Mase. Come on.
For what?
Get hype. look at this.
What? All the people that I thought they were gonna pick are gone. At this point, I don't know who we gonna go with.
Mase, you're disgusted with this right now, aren't you?
I'm not gonna say I'm disgusted. I just don't know. I'm not like disgusted, like, oh my god, they're gonna. But no, I just don't know. Like all the people that I thought were gonna be there are gone, so I have no idea. Like I don't know.
Mase, I'm getting in trouble because she thought I had called you disgusting, and I'm like, I didn't call him disgusting. I said he's disgusted. She's like, don't call your friend disgusting.
Yeah, I just have no idea who we're gonna pick right here. I don't.
Hey, why the Cowboys war room look like they sitting in the Death Star and Darth Vader about to go choke somebody? Why it look like that, Mase?
Even look at the youngest Jones over there. He looked like he doing something lecherous.
I agree.
I just don't know. I just have no idea what we're gonna do here.
Mase, who do you want them to draft at this point? With what's left on the board, who do you want?
Man, I'd probably say go get it's in. I don't know, dog.
Come on, man, say something. Damn, you got to give us something. I understand your draft board then got blown up. I get it. I understand. But who at this point do you want the Cowboys to go get?
Maybe Jermaine Johnson. I figured he was gone by now. He's still there. Maybe him. We put too much money into our safeties this offseason to go.
So how mad would you be if it was the white wide receiver from North Dakota? How mad would you be?
I don't know anything about him.
He played in the Big Sky.
He's fast.
do we have?
I wouldn't mind Jermaine Johnson right here.
Hmm.
Give us another pass rusher because, I mean,
All right, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing because we both ahead of him, Caden. Don't say nothing.
All right. Oh wow. Oh wow. Really? That's wow. It took mine a second to update.
why would you do
Oh,
that? That don't even make no sense.
Oh.
Those fist bumps don't even look like y'all like them. Y'all just have to. That don't even look like y'all are happy about this.
They drafted too good last year, is what it was.
huh? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So Mase, you're our resident Cowboy fan. How you feeling?
I'm giving them a 2 out of 10 on this one.
God damn, 2 out of 10.
A 1 out of 5. Ooh.
Well, I mean, why would you? Okay, so why would you get rid of one of your tackles just to go draft a tackle whenever you feel like you have your tackle's replacement already on the roster for a way cheaper price, and now you go pay another tackle first round money? That makes no sense.
Sounds like Mr. Smith might be on his way out the door then.
Maybe.
His face is priceless right now. I can
He
just
is
see
I just
it.
don't get it, bro. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
He's so disgusted by it all. He's like,
Ain't no good.
This dude didn't even have a first round grade, and they picked him at 24. At least trade back and pick him. You know what I'm saying?
what if he's not there though?
Yeah.
So
So he's on pick someone else. Hey.
So
there's other guys on the
bad.
board to be picked. that
Look,
makes no sense to me. That just makes no sense to me. I don't get it.
look, I get what you're saying, but I'm also saying to you, Tyron Smith hurt all the time now, right? You just got rid of a tackle. You have one tackle. You need two to play football. So
Well, I mean,
can you
if they
really be
got
mad
rid
at
of,
it?
they got rid of, when they got rid of Collins, it was under the impression that I figured they felt like Terrence Steele could step in at right tackle and be the guy, and Tyron Smith is still making too much money to sit there and be like, we've got your backup ready for you whenever you go. Like, why pay two people for one position premium money?
Because maybe they don't trust that Tyron Smith is going to stay healthy. Maybe they look at it and they say, we can't trust you to stay healthy. We have to start planning for the future right now. Let's just say right now, Mace, we get to week 3 of the season, Tyron Smith's out for the year again. Are you still mad at this pick?
Yeah, because you don't expect him to be hurt. Like if you picking with the
You don't expect him to at this point?
if you're picking with the expectation that your guy's gonna be hurt, then you need to cut him off your team.
But you can't because of the contract. You know that.
I mean, hell, they did it with Lyle Collins, and he taking it's the same cap hit. No, it's the same cap hit. They did this already.
Hey, but you could afford that this year.
Well, wouldn't you keep the younger player in that situation?
You would think, but at the same time, do you have confidence that Lyle Collins was able to play left tackle?
I mean, no, but if you were going to draft
But
a
he
tackle,
wanted left tackle money.
if you were going to draft a tackle, then common sense would tell you that you don't believe in your best tackle, right?
you don't believe in him staying healthy, which he's proven over the past 3 seasons he can't stay healthy.
But did you waste a first round pick on that though? On a backup who potentially might not even play his first year?
If you're not counting on your left tackle to be healthy, you're drafting a starter. The scheduled 17 games, I said by week 3. Think about it. If he's out by week 3, that means this dude is playing majority of the season for you.
But I just don't see how somebody that low can sneak his way into the first. Only Jerry would do this. And they did the same thing with Taco. Taco didn't have a first round grade, and they picked him right around the same.
You love Taco Charlton. You leave that man alone. You love that pick.
No, they did the same thing with Taco, man. He didn't have a first round grade, and then they reached on him, and that turned out terrible. And now they're reaching on another guy without a first round grade. If they were going to do that, like I said, they should have just traded back, got some extra picks to actually add the depth, and not look like a fool drafting a dude in the first round, paid him first round money just for him to sit on the bench or have to fight for a tackle spot.
I agree with you, but I also understand this logic, and that's why that's why I'm not clowning you. That's why I'm not laughing at you hard with the shits right now. You know me. Like if the Cowboys make a shitty pick, I was hoping they would do something real stupid. But this one I can at least understand. Like you guys, your offensive line is getting old. You have to start replacing it. You have to start getting guys out there that are going to protect your $200-something million quarterback, right? You got to get guys out there to do that. So I don't have an issue with this pick. Man, one of my favorite things of all time to do is when I watch the Cowboys draft and then I get to text Mase and I get to ask him, how you feeling about this pick? As I send him laughing emojis and he sends me the cursing face emojis. It's great. Good time, but I don't get to do that this year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I did that did I do that with the Micah Parsons? I think I did that just because I wanted one of the corners that went before him.
You didn't want Micah?
Parsons.
No.
Oh.
It wasn't so much that he didn't want Micah. He wanted J.C. Horn so bad.
Yeah, I mean, J.C. Horn he's cold. He is cold.
Mase was pretty much last draft J.C. Horn or bust. He was pretty much, if we don't get that man, trade the fucking pick away.
Yeah.
So he did say Micah Parsons was gonna be good for the Cowboys, but he was also like, "Fuck that! We already paying too many linebackers as it is." But that was before they were gonna, they then went on to make the Jalen Smith move and get him out of there and stuff. So, but yeah, it was. He wasn't so angry last year. Now the year before.
No, that was CD. That was CD.
Yeah, Mase was hyped about that one. And that was one of those where it was Mase gets to celebrate and he was like, oh shit. Oh.
Yeah, hey, listen, I had CD being the first receiver.
Oh, wow, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. For him to fall.
I was hoping he fell to the second round.
For him to fall that, I thought I didn't.
I was hoping he fell to the second round for my Bears.
Like I said, I saw this coming, bro. They knew that they were the only team that needed a center specifically, so they were like, let's just trade back and gather more picks.
Yep, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
But now here we got Tennessee again. Where we going,
bro? I really wanted Linderbaum to fall in the second round, and Mase, I was hoping that we could trade like one of the seconds we got and like a fourth to move up so we could get Linderbaum. That was the dude that was my, hey, I need the Bears to draft him this year.
Well, hold everything. I think Tennessee might go with a quarterback right here.
Yeah, bro. Well,
because they got who they wanted out of Burks. They got, and then the quarterback's all fell.
Nope, they just traded it to the Jets.
Oh wow! All right,
they just traded the pick to the Jets.
I'm done trying to make predictions.
No, this is the fun part. This is why we're doing this, because it's like we're trying to think about what would logically make sense. And then they turn around and do some shit, and you're like, I don't understand.
Who would the Jets go out and get right here, though?
That's what, yeah.
Do they go back and draft more defense?
Who do they got at the end right now?
Yeah, maybe
Let me look
maybe
at the
they
board
see,
real
maybe
quick.
they
Hold
have
on.
seen Jermaine Johnson fall so hard, and they're just like, we got to
I'm
go,
trying to
we
see.
got to get back in and get him.
I gotta figure this out. Who are they trying to go get?
I mean, they got Carl Lawson.
But I mean, he's coming off an injury.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh dang,
Um,
AJ Brown just got $100 million from the Eagles.
Okay, they might be going back. All right, I think he didn't get drafted yet, right? Oh, let me refresh this board before I say this. They might be going to go get Nakobe Dean. They need defensive help.
Yeah,
Their linebackers aren't great either, so they might be going to get him.
yeah, because this ain't Madden. You can't start no Tanner Muse.
No,
No,
my God.
Tanner
Dawkins.
Muse.
Yeah,
Oh my
this ain't Madden. This is real life. They ain't gonna hold it down.
Yeah, I could see them going.
Yeah, I could see
I could
Devin
see them
Lloyd
going
or
Nakobe
Nakobe Dean here.
I could see Nakobe Dean or Booth Jr. right here. To be honest with you,
Mhm.
that's
yeah,
what I would think.
Yeah, Booth Jr. He's got the versatility to play a safety in their base defense as well. So
Yeah, I would think it would be one of those two. To be honest with you,
Mhm.
looking at just like who's left on the board right now.
because I think there's a reason Jermaine Johnson is falling, because they had him as the number 3 edge rusher like almost all year. He's
Now,
just
I will say this: I wouldn't be surprised to see a team in this back end reach for somebody like a Jobo,
yeah.
because they might look at it and say he might go right off the board start of day 2, so we got to get him
Mhm.
now.
I wonder where Tampa Bay is going to go next, because there's really no interior lineman.
Um,
Did
I
they get
could
rid? Did they get rid of their center?
see Tampa Bay is one of those teams that I could say they could go Ajobi. That's one of those teams, because think about it, all their pass rushers outside of Barrett and Vea, everybody else on their D line that plays is old. Pierre Paul, Sue, who they haven't even re-signed yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's old. They need more bodies there. So I could see them being a team that does that and says, hey, you're going to be on the other side of Shaq Barrett and Vita Vea. Those guys are commanding double teams. You're going to get single coverage. You got to make a play.
Yeah. See, and I mean, it wouldn't be a bad place to go as an edge threat to Tampa Bay right now with all that wisdom on that team to go ahead and get you right.
I could see the Jets going Devin Lloyd here too. Also,
Yeah.
I could see him going. I really just feel like they're going to end up going defense here, because
Well,
at
yeah.
this
Well, you
point,
got to. Well,
there's nobody
they just
offensively that's
hired
worth
a
it.
defensive. I mean, Salah hasn't had any talent to work with there, so that might. Yeah, I could see it. I could see them going safety here with Daxton Hill to pair with. I can't even think his name. Marcus May.
Hey, who would have thought, boy? The Jets made the right decision and said, we're gonna keep our cap money and all this, and you can get the package Jamal Adams.
Yeah, they came out like some bandits on that, boy. They saw something that nobody else saw.
They went Jermaine Johnson?
I could see that. Especially you got Carl
Bruh.
Lawson
Okay.
coming off injury, and I don't even recognize the name of their other potential starter who they have right now.
Bruh, I'm gonna be honest with you, bruh.
He produced, but
I don't know about that pick, man.
there's a reason. There's a reason this guy fell, and there's a reason he fell to the end of the first round. And this may be their
I'll be honest with you,
typical Jets pick, right?
You would have been better, in my opinion. You'd be better getting a Joby than getting Jermaine Johnson. I think Jermaine Johnson is overhyped. if you want me to be honest. I don't think he's actually that good. When I was watching some of his, because I like watching defensive linemen and offensive linemen a lot of times when I'm doing a lot of draft stuff, right? Nothing he did really impressed me. His physical ability impresses me for sure. Yeah, he has physical ability, but when we're talking about is he a refined guy? I just don't see it. I don't see it at all.
Oh wow.
Look,
Y'all see what I'm seeing?
Yep. Who they coming to get? Who are they coming to get?
I don't know. Maybe Lloyd. Pair him up next to Miles Jack. I don't know.
I had a feeling Tampa Bay was going to get out there. I think Tampa Bay was like interior lineman or get the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder who Jacksonville is on the.
I'm looking. I don't know who they're gonna go try to grab right now. Or they could go grab Nakobe. I could potentially see.
I really don't know. Like this feels like a typical Jets pick to me. A reach.
Oh, wait, the Jags picked up Olukun and free agency or traded?
I'm sorry, who?
Olukun from Atlanta.
I believe
Maybe so.
Because if they did that,
I'll tell you. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll tell you.
Yeah, because if that's the case, I don't think they'll go with linebacker. Unless.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
they picked him up. Yep, he is slated as one of their starting inside linebackers right now.
I don't know what they do here unless they go out and grab one of the last few like the highly rated receivers.
So y'all were just gonna let me still think that Miles Jack was on the Jags when he? Oh man,
What you talking about?
I didn't hear about him going to Well, thinking about it now, I think I saw something.
When the hell did he get on the Steelers?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't see nothing on that.
When did that happen?
Okay, so maybe they will. Maybe they are going linebacker here.
When did he go to? How did?
Hold on.
I thought I followed enough outlets to not have to go look at every team every week.
Hey, hold on, dog. You the youth on this show. You supposed to know this stuff, okay? You the youth here. All right.
Oh man, he played on the defense and not even on the line.
Let me see.
Man, that is. I mean, they got Olukun. I didn't even hear about Olukun going to the Jags. Wow. They got Shaquille Quarterman. I don't know who.
Oh, so they released him on March 5th. See, this is why
They released
the radar. Him? They released him on March 15th. He signed with Pittsburgh. I mean, I'm sorry. He released on the 15th. Was signed with Pittsburgh on the 17th. So yeah, that's why it went so under the radar. It was one of those. He's released. Because I think wasn't that right around the time when everybody was talking about all the contract extensions and the Tom Brady news.
I think so.
It was. But at the same time, they could have got something for him.
Hey, look,
Jacksonville.
Something. Look, Jacksonville gonna be Jacksonville. Detroit gonna be Detroit. Okay.
Just like them Bears are gonna be the Bears.
Hey, whoa! It's a new day around here. Okay. The new day. We got a black general manager. It's a new day around here. Okay.
I think they're going. I think they're gonna go inside linebacker right here. Mm-hmm. I think this is
Yeah. That'd be the smart move.
Hey, look. I'm just saying, Shad Khan, if you need somebody to come work in the front office so y'all can stop making clown moves, holla at your boy here. I will give my loyalties to the Jags for however long my contractual arrangement is, and I will try and make that team as best as I can. I have a lot of experience with team building via Madden. Thank you. See my resume.
VMN. I mean, if we go on based on that, I mean,
Sir, I was building teams before you even knew what a goddamn game system was. I don't want to hear nothing out of you.
they better be like, who's starting? Who? Who we pick up in the first round? Who you need at the combine?
Nah, I don't believe in drafting running backs in the first round no more. I don't do that. It's not what we do around here. You better be the second coming of Jesus in order for me to draft you as a running back in the first round. I'm telling you now.
After what we seen with Saquon and
dude, like my thing is this: is just that with the way the game's designed now, you're better served to get that dude in like the second or the third round. So then you can pay him his money up front. So by the time that he get to the end of that deal, I hate to say it, you used him up and you can ship that motherfucker out. Hey, kind of like the Cowboys deal with Murray.
The highest rated running backs in college football are the ones who are getting all the touches. So you don't have running backs coming out of college who aren't being used up already.
Exactly. And that's where it comes in for me that it's like, nah, man, I'm not going to draft a running back in the first round. Honestly, you're hard pressed for me to say draft one in the second round unless you're picking like in the latter half of the second round, because I think it's just foolish to invest those resources in the running back when there's always going to be some running back that got hurt and that his value dropped and that you're going to be able to get him where you shouldn't have been able to get him. Mm-hmm. I would rather be in that position than to be in the position where you're like with Todd Gurley, where you didn't had to pay this man. And now you're in this weird fucked up position when you didn't already used up all the reps he had left.
Yep.
And you still stuck paying him.
Yeah.
Like, and on top of that, I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen a running back in the past, I don't know, 7-8 years that really made me be like, yeah, you got to draft that dude in the first
round.
Watch.
Well, take a look at Bijan Robinson out of Texas. That would probably be my closest to a first. Got to get him in the first round.
Does he look like Adrian Peterson when he's running?
Take a look yourself, bro. I'm the man. When he has the ball, the man is electric in open field. I'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was good. See, good job, Jacksonville. Good job, Jacksonville.
Yep, that's a solid pickup. That's a solid pickup.
Hey, on the fashion note, feel my man suit right there, boy. The boy looking fresh right there, baby. I like that. I like that suit. I like that a lot. But yes, this is a good pickup by Jacksonville. They didn't screw the pooch here, and they actually made a smart pick. This is someone that will help them right away, especially considering we all didn't realize that Miles Jack was gone until now.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was just me. I thought y'all was letting me look foolish on my own.
No, brother. I wouldn't do that to you. I would be like, hey,
here it is. He was Green Bay's receiver. He was Green Bay's receiver, bro.
As a matter of fact,
they got Watson.
I wouldn't even tell you on the air, OJ. If I'd have known, I would have shot you a message in the Discord just say, then you can correct it. I ain't trying to make somebody look foolish now.
Yeah.
This is their receiver right here, bro. Green Bay got to pick one.
No, man, fuck that. Shut the fuck up, Mase.
Listen, bro, if Green Bay don't pick a receiver right here, dog,
they don't need to pick a – fuck that. I hope they pick another quarterback.
What was Aaron Rodgers throwing a fit for if they don't pick a receiver in the first round? That's all I'm saying.
I hope they pick another quarterback.
That's all I'm saying.
I hope they let Christian Watson fall to New England. That's all I hope for.
As a matter of fact, I hope they draft a running back.
Hey, no way. They got AJ Dillon. They got Aaron Jones. Ain't no way. Not in the first round. You dreaming over there. You dreaming.
Maybe they'll draft a tight end, a blocking tight end.
They already got one of those. They
got
No, they already got what's his name, the blocking tight end. Get his name. But he's there. He's a skinnier lineman. That's all he is. He's a lineman that can run a little bit faster.
So he's modern day Brandon Malayuna, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because at tight end, who they got? Who am I thinking of? Mercedes Lewis. They already got Mercedes Lewis.
Man, fuck that. I don't want them to get a wide receiver.
They're
want Aaron Rodgers.
They're going to get a receiver right here.
No, I want him to be pissed off, and I want their offense to struggle this year.
They're going to get a receiver right here. There's no way.
Mase, why do you wish these bad things upon me?
I'm just saying, what was the point of Aaron Rodgers throwing his fit if they don't draft him any
look
talent?
At me. Look at me. I'm answering your question right here. That guap, cheddar, leafy green spending money checks.
I see them going with George Pickens or Christian Watson, personally. So
yeah, because they won't go for the smaller Sky Moore body type. They need a guy.
They like their size. They do. They
need a guy on the outside because they already drafted Amari Rodgers.
Fuck that.
Last year at Clemson. So
hope these niggas draft a kicker.
This might be Pickens because I heard that there was a chance that he could sneak into the end of the first round. This might be Pickens. Yeah.
Because I think if they go Pickens, Watson's gonna fall to New England. That's where I sit. I mean, I don't know.
Y'all gotta get y'all analysis on this. I'm very biased. I'm gonna just keep talking shit this whole time. I hate the Packers, bro. Like I can't look.
I feel you. That's why I could not feel like I like Kayvon. I like Kayvon Thibodeau being drafted, but I dislike that he went to the Giants.
Every team in my division. I can give you fair analysis on. When I start talking about the Packers, I'm gonna just tell you right now, take everything I say with a grain of salt because I hate them motherfuckers with a passion. I really do. I hate them so much. I hate them. They've been torturous to my football fandom for years. I hate their guts. I hate the fact that their fans cry about not winning every year when y'all has had a fucking franchise quarterback for 30 years. For 30 years, y'all have had a franchise quarterback.
Their job is just to make sure the Bears and Lions don't make it to playoffs. That's what they're in the NFL for.
You know what? They should be grateful to us. If not for our fucking owners saving them, their franchise wouldn't even exist. So show respect, Packers.
You could hear the distaste in his fucking voice.
I know whoever wearing a cheese head, the Droz house getting their ass beat.
Look, I don't even hate most teams that like my teams are rivals with, but there are two teams that I despise. Okay, number one is the Green Bay Packers. Okay,
yeah, I was reading number two.
Absolutely despise them. Number two is Chelsea. And the reason why I despise them is because Chelsea has beaten my teams multiple times in championship situations. So I hate their fucking guts. Number three is Real for sure. It's Real.
Why is it the other team's fault that your team's losing, though, is the question.
Hey, that ain't got shit to do with nothing, baby. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. All I know is I'm a fan of my team, and when my team lose, I hate that other team. Didier Drogba, you one of my favorite players of all time. Well, fuck you, nigga.
My guy.
I hope they don't get the devil nothing.
I feel like
the receiver, bro.
I feel like their pick has been in for over 10 minutes, though.
It has been.
I'm just saying their pick been in for a minute. They like lose a little slip in a crack or something. They try to fish it out or what? Because New England already done picked.
Bruh.
They tell you yet?
No, it's just the fact. Like, why is it taking so long to make these picks? Don't monologue up here. Oh my god, he's about to fucking monologue up here.
Jerome can't even be here for it. He said, nope. He said, I can't watch this.
Nobody cares.
Who is that right there? What's his name?
That's Andrew.
Is that Big Wit? Is
That's
that Big
Big Wit,
Wit? Yeah,
baby.
it looks like
That's
Big Wit.
Wit. He
Why do you
he's
have?
already slimmed down. Look at he already slimmed
Yeah,
down.
that's what I'm saying. And he got less white in his beard now. He's dyeing his beard. Like he a new man. He shaved like 3 years off. Cause I remember his beard was white.
Yeah, he's already slimmed down.
Mhm.
Hey, that's Slim Wit now, baby.
Mm-hmm. Man, he gonna be a new man. I know from experience when you lose all that weight.
So from your playing weight to now, how much did you drop?
My playing weight, my best playing weight was 295, 298. And I'm about 215 right now. I got down to 205. So I mean, we done dropped 80 pounds off.
You was on
Easy.
that just Saturday, boy.
Mm-hmm. Like I came home, people it was double taking. Like, because I didn't have long hair like this before. Like I always had a buzz cut, real clean cut or a comb over. So I'm like a new man. Who they grab? Don't say none. Oh man,
Yes.
why would you grab that?
Yes. Fuck the devil.
You still got because they're gonna let Preston Smith or Rashawn Gary walk. I guarantee it. Because they got Kenny Clark, they got Preston Smith, they got Rashawn Gary. So someone's getting traded or someone's walking next year.
Fuck the devil.
That's cold-blooded right there, boy.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm flipping the whole stadium over.
I'm retiring on the spot.
Aaron Rodgers.
I'm texting Elon. Oh wait, Aaron Rodgers is on the McAfee show right now. Pause. I can see what he's saying right now. He's live on McAfee.
What?
I'm going to it right now.
Please
He's
do tell
talking
me
right now.
Does his face look disgusted?
Oh, he looks pissed. Oh shit. Here it's sent to you guys on Discord right now. He is sick. Oh wow. I mean, shit, I'd be sick too.
Hey, look. Fuck the devil. Fuck that nigga. Let me take a look at his salty ass face.
Man, McAfee don't even know what to say to him. Same with Hawk. Oh my god. He is sick.
What you supposed to say to him?
Yeah, how do you? Cause he was gone. I don't know.
What you supposed to say to him?
There ain't nothing you can say.
Now we know. Now we're seeing who your Patriots gonna draft. Jesus. Come on, NFL. Y'all got to stop this, man. The picks is in. Come on, bruh. It's past 10 o'clock. I didn't even think I'd still be here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
For one fucking round, bro.
Y'all
Come on,
killing
man.
me right now, bruh. Y'all killing me. Okay? I know I sound like an old nigga, but shit, y'all fucking killing me.
This is nuts.
Who we got coming to New England?
Y'all getting the Kobe Dean.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, man. It feels weird for me as a Bears fan watching this draft with like nothing on the line. It's been a while since it's been this case for me where it's like there's nothing on the line. So it's just a little bit of a different experience.
You know what? I could see y'all going with Daxton Hill just because y'all secondary is getting old. Like the back end of your secondary is getting old.
I don't know. I could see them going secondary later on in the draft. Not so recent. Because with Dante Hightower gone, they need someone now, linebacker.
Yeah, and Van Noy, right? Van Noy got
Van Noy's gone. Yeah, he's gone as well. And so, like, it's a matter of now at linebacker and DB could be 1 or 2 years.
At some point, y'all got to start getting younger, right? You guys have invested a lot of resources as far as into bringing in veterans and keeping those guys around for a while. So yeah, I think at this point it is time to start getting into the youth, because I mean guys that were that should have been basically phasing out as your old guys like a Malcolm Butler and stuff, they've already been moved on years before.
Yeah.
So at this point you have to start bringing in some youthful players on that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Green Bay.
Hell, you
Green
can't
Bay
just
really-
keep dropping bodies from your secondary and not pick up some youth somewhere. You know what I mean? At some point
Mhm.
it has to happen.
Did Dean
That's
not
crazy, though,
did Dean
man.
not attend the combine?
Who?
N'Kobe Dean?
No, he did. I don't think he did. I think he just
Mm-mm.
had his Georgia Pro Day. That's
Hey,
crazy, though. Green Bay really took an inside linebacker and a
Fuck.
defensive tackle.
fuck the devil.
I mean, I can
Fuck
see
him.
why. He ran in his pro day, he ran a 4.74.
Who? N'Kobe Dean?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Did
And
he
I
come in
mean-
overweight? Like what was it? What did he weigh in at?
That was at his pro day.
They said, what did he weigh in at his pro day?
Let's see. 229?
Oh wow.
Not gonna lie, 474, 229. You kind of slow, my boy.
Yeah.
You basically running 4.8.
I mean, Hightower was slow too, though. They like their slow linebackers in New England.
But
Like
the thing about Hightower though is that his ability to anticipate was always it always showed on film. Like when you watch his film from college to immediately when he got into the league, that dude just always knew where to go make the play. He understood, like you guys were talking about earlier. Some of those guys really can eat up film and they watch film and they can anticipate, right? Like we were talking about with Hamilton. He's one of those guys that can do that.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
With Hightower, you don't need that top end speed, but a lot of guys, until they learn, they need that top end speed. Like Patrick Queen, I hope this offseason, Mr. Queen takes the weight room very, very, very serious and works on nothing but, hey, how do I make sure that if a guy gets their hands on me, I get them off?
So speed could only take you so far.
Right. He can get sideline to sideline. Patrick Queen always had that on him, but if he can inside
that's where we go.
I mean, I guess in fairness, you could
I get it.
You saw it coming. You guys got rid of Shaq Mason.
I get it, but like, is that what we're doing? We're doubling down on Mac Jones.
This is again another one of these. I don't really care how good you looked in your film, right? Who were you playing against? Who was the dudes that were lined up across?
Okay, see, already got they pick in, boy. They ran to the podium.
Like I don't understand, man. Like, you know what I think this is? I think what we're seeing with these offensive linemen is product of this is not a super deep offensive line draft.
Yeah.
From everything that's been reported, everything I've read, even what I've seen just with the guys that I've done, where I to be honest with you, they're beyond the first two tackles who went in this draft, I wasn't really impressed.
It was a toss-up about everybody else.
Yeah. So
you're closing your eyes and putting your hand in the cookie jar for a line past those guys. Like, exactly. I mean, granted, Linderbaum, he's solid, but after him, it's.
But even him though, he's solid. He's not somebody that you're like, oh shit. Yeah, I gotta go get this guy early. He's a game changer.
Yeah. I see.
Okay, so somebody finally went and got him. Okay, I was wondering who was gonna go get him because he may not have the athleticism measurables, but his tape says I can play fucking football. So I think this is.
Yeah, I had him sneaking into the first round. I actually had him before all the trades went down. I had him going 31 to Cincinnati.
I could have seen that, but I think Cincinnati is going offensive line no matter what here.
They're gonna pick up what's his name? I had him up here. Who do I have them grabbing?
Yeah, like
I
you
can
see
see
that
them
one
going
arm, you see
linebacker.
that one arm stab that he has. That's the move that makes me believe in him as a football player because I know he doesn't have the speed, but bro, I just like they showed. I forget who broke it down. I had found it on YouTube, but they had like put so many in his place. He fucking kills guys with that one arm stab, man.
Well,
Like,
with that one
kills them.
arm right there, it allowed because the guys have to put two hands on him for his one arm. So now he has one to do whatever he wants. But I can really see Cincinnati going with Nakobe Dean here because I mean, who are their linebackers?
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, they have who do
You
they have right
can't,
now?
Mase. You can't. You have Mase. I understand. Not a deep offensive line draft. You have to draft an offensive lineman right now. You have to.
Well,
Mase,
they got
this
got
dude was
Logan
getting
Wilson.
murdered last year. You have to go get somebody. Whoever you get has got to be better than some of them niggas you put out there last season. Okay,
I think they go defense here.
bruh, do you really?
well, I mean, they got
Bruh, if they go defense right now, Joe Burrow gonna be looking as mad as Aaron Rodgers. He gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Well, because they got Sam Hubbard, they got DJ Reader.
They don't need defense right now.
Yeah, I don't
Their
see anything
defense
they're
is
needing.
fine. What they need is to stop letting their franchise quarterback go hike, and then he's hit. They need to stop that.
I mean, after
But
the
who do
Eli
they go
Apple,
here? Like there's nobody. Like I said, there's nobody
know.
that
Hey.
fits into that first round grade
Somebody.
anymore.
Well,
man.
You figure
Eli
it out.
Apple, after the Eli Apple performance, who knows?
I say defense. I say defense right here, bro. I really believe they go defense.
I think they go corner or O line.
You say Eli Apple performance. I say Eli Apple being shown for what he actually is as an NFL player.
But who else do they have? They have Awuzie. Am I wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got Awuzie.
Bates.
And that's it.
They got Trey Flowers. Well,
He a little old at this point.
He ain't got no hips either. He ain't got no hips.
Yeah, but I mean,
he a little old.
Yeah.
My man Trey could have succeeded in a previous era of football where he could get his hands on guys more.
Man, you supposed to be on my side. They're going offense, remember?
Nah, bro.
Nah.
They're picking defense right here, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking at their DBs right now because it's Eli Apple, Mike Hilton, Jalen Davis, Davis White. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
This may be where Andre Booth Jr. sneaks into the first round right here.
Okay, I could see that. But after this, Mase, they better go offensive line. They better. Joe Burrow, if he gets hurt again, their whole season going to shit. Okay? Everything's going to shit. Because, look, Jamar Chase may be going up and getting it for Joe Burrow, but that don't mean he's doing it for everybody. He got to do it multiple seasons before I say he a man that's going to do that. Okay? Because y'all better remember something. Even the dude that I find is the greatest wide receiver of all time, Randy Moss, even when he had a bad quarterback and bad scheme, his numbers weren't right. Look, there were still some times when he'd get that hand up and Kerry Collins would actually throw the fucking ball. But Kerry Collins, Mase, let me tell you something. Real talk. This man, Kerry Collins, so many times Moss will be open, bro. All he would have to do, throw it up. Just throw it down the field. He going to go get it. Kerry Collins, I'm going to throw this out instead. The fuck is you doing, bro?
I would have fought him.
So, contingent upon the Vikings not doing it, we surprised that Malik didn't go in the first round?
Hey, the Vikings, I'm going to say it like this. That would be a perfect spot for him to go simply because the Vikings don't look, if they believe in Kirk Cousins, they're a fucking fool. And if they believe in what's his name that they drafted last year,
Kellen Mond,
they're a fucking fool. So at this point, right, you can't cut Kirk Cousins, right? You can't do that. That's just the contract you have him on. And the fact that you decided to then turn around and give him more money, right? Like you can't
to re-up.
You're not going to be able to get out from underneath that deal. So, knowing that, hey, well, if you can't get out from underneath that deal, at least draft a dude. And now, and like we've been talking about with him, you can sit him for an entire season and run him through your system. Especially like you just hired the coach, right? So the coach gonna be there. So run him through your system, and now you go from there.
Yeah.
But are they smart enough to do that? I don't know. I don't know if they've fucked around and because of Justin Jefferson talked themselves into believing in the Kirk Cousins. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because fuck, they talked themselves into believing in Kirk Cousins because of Thielen and Diggs. So who knows? Who knows now?
Jetta's got them boys thinking Kirk Cousins is still goated out there. He can still get it done.
Hey, Kirk Cousins, another, I have to give him his proper respect. Kirk Cousins, legend at the bank, god damn it. Okay, I got to give him his respect. Because, hey, his agent, all y'all NFL quarterbacks, whoever your agent is, you need to holler at Kirk Cousins' agent. That man got him the bag, okay? If your agent ain't getting that money, you need to figure out a way to get him because he got Kirk Cousins the bag.
Kirk Cousins has been like one of the top paid quarterbacks for like the last like 8 years, bro.
And he ain't doing none crazy.
Think about it. He got a franchise tag for 3 years? And then
so twice in Washington and then like another 2 times in Minnesota. So for like 4 straight years, he was playing on a franchise tag.
Yeah.
And was getting the bag.
That make you want to throw up in your mouth because you know how average he is. He is so average, bro. Like
he's out here getting paid and giving Jay Cutler results.
Bro. Fast.
I couldn't believe y'all held on to him for so long.
Hey. Okay. So that was the DB that they felt was Hill.
Jackson Hill. Yep.
It makes sense then.
It would have been cool if he would.
Well, why did we keep Cutler? He was, in fairness to Jay Cutler, for all his flaws, he was the best. He's the best quarterback we've ever had here. We've had a bunch of shit shows at quarterback, and unless Fields turns out to be better than him, he's the best quarterback in franchise history. He produced for our team when we had basically nothing around him. We had a shit offensive line. Then when we finally gave him skill positions, our defense was shit. So we were in a bad position, So we were asking Jay Cutler to go win the game for you every week, and we know he has a propensity to throw the ball away. So, and on top of that, one of the things that I found to be true about him after his career, which was true during his career, is that Jay Cutler gives no fucks, and you can't play quarterback and give no fucks. That's not how that works.
I like this pick for Cincinnati because it allows Jesse Bates to play a true center field now.
Yeah.
You don't have to mess around with him and move him all over the place. You got a guy that could be your slot guy. He can do all those other little exotic things you want to do with a safety.
Yeah.
So this they can truly put Jesse Bates in the middle of the field and be like, hey, y'all boys on the outside just don't get beat on the outside. Your help is right here.
Yeah. And I mean, he ran a 4.38, so at 6 foot, a 4.38, he can move.
Bruh. If they don't hurry up and get this goddamn pick up here. Oh, yeah, bullshit. Time the pick is in. Yeah, Rod, get your ass up to the stage then.
Don't even say the pick is in, because it's still in Telegram. Like.
Bro, the pick the picks be in for 12 minutes.
Oh, bruh, I know. Because look, for everybody that doesn't know, surprise, there's actually a clock that they have to follow. So all this extra long time is the NFL making this a drawn-out process for TV.
Yep. It's like when the first game I was in where they had TV timeouts, it was the weirdest thing ever. Like I don't know, if y'all probably been to a game where they have TV timeouts, but but playing like there on the field and everything, it is weird because like the refs like hold up, like literally someone comes out with a flag in the middle of the field, hold up, and like everyone's just kind of just sitting there like what? So we're just bullshitting, and then you're good, and I'm like, this ain't football, like. It fucks up the momentum. It fucks up everything. Like I get it, you got to make your money, but hold on, we on an advertisement break. What? Like,
yeah, bro. Don't you understand? They got to get this money, baby.
Yeah, they don't go to the players. Like,
Of course, look, of course not. That's why the shows like us are advocates to say, hey, hold on. Y'all need to pay these players. Get off that bullshit. Like, stop that. I know how much money's in college football. Y'all ain't fooling me.
Hey, I will say the biggest football podcast right now is behind paying players more than what they're getting with McAfee. Because I'd say hands down, he's the most popular podcast or most relevant right now that a lot of people are following, and he's all behind these players at the collegiate and the pro level need to make more money.
Well,
So we're gonna,
we could talk about the pros, especially. I think the salary cap is a contrivance to fool the average person into believing that they need this in place, but really the only people that it's actually protecting is the owners. It doesn't protect the fans at all. It doesn't improve competitive balance.
I'll say this one more time. Every single NFL sports owner in general are billionaires. They are the market. There's no such thing as a small market. They're billionaires. They are the market.
All it does is help the league and the owners pad out more money, more profits.
Yep.
And same with the schools. I mean, granted, at the collegiate level, I was talking with my head coach who I coached with, and he played. He was a starter at Hawaii. Played some time in the league, and after talking to him, he has an interesting point with he played, like him playing for Hawaii. They don't have much money, and so I think teams like that would fall off hard if playing players became like a huge thing and the teams were paying them, not just through sponsorships, because the revenue they generate is nothing compared to their competition. And so it's already hard enough as is for them to recruit, but you bring pain into it, at least at the collegiate level.
I feel you, but y'all need to holler at the NCAA then. Why y'all letting the NCAA get money for then? Yeah,
because then at that point, I think the NCAA should provide X amount of money if the school can't afford it. If they genuinely have proof that they can't afford a certain amount of money to pay the players, the NCAA steps in with all their billions probably. And
if we're being frank, these schools, I'm hard pressed to necessarily believe any school crying poor that's in Division I that has been known on TV for some years, because y'all got some funny ass ways of making all of a sudden a big ass big surplus turn into say we don't have no money at the end of the year. We don't know what we had to spend all this money on this, so we had to pay this person and pay that person. So it's like
no,
I get it.
There's a handful of schools out there who the reason why they can't excel at the game at the level they're at is because of money. I'll say because they don't have enough revenue for facilities, coaches, all of that, and that's what keeps the good teams good. But you are right too. There are, on the other hand, a lot of teams who say, "Oh, we don't have any money," but they got money. Like there ain't no way you selling out all these tickets. You in a huge city, and like nah.
Look, let's be for real. College football is so crazy that you don't even got to be in a huge city. You be in places in bumfuck Iowa, and you are sitting here selling out a stadium every week.
College Station, listen, dog. You can spit from one side of College Station, and you can spit in Bryan. That's how small that place is. But Texas A&M.
You seen that big ass stadium they got there, right?
Hey, Kyle Field. Honestly, I think Kyle Field is bigger than the Georgia Dome. I've been inside both of them on the field, and I feel like Kyle Field is bigger than the Georgia Dome. Maybe not this new stadium that they got, but the old Georgia Dome, Kyle Field bigger than that. Easy money.
You see what I'm saying? It's like that's where for me, I get that it's not necessarily equal for everybody across that, and I acknowledge that. But again, y'all been paying the NCAA for all these years, letting them get all this money for what exactly?
No, it's time for them to give it back.
How's it benefited y'all? Explain that to me. So y'all worried about y'all money? Go holler at the NCAA, dog, because that's who got your money. It's not the players. Cutting the players out is not the reason y'all ain't got the money. The reason I got the money is because y'all been paying a fucking organization to do nothing. To do
And
nothing.
I mean, another thing is the NCAA being as big and as powerful as it is, people don't want to speak up. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you speak up, and when they
So
clap
wait,
back,
do they actually plan? Wait, do they actually plan on having the second round still, or is the
I thought they
second
went.
and third round being tomorrow?
I think
That's
2 and
tomorrow.
3 is tomorrow. Yeah, 2 and
Okay.
3 is. Yeah,
That's
I've never liked that.
This is why I think this contrivance of making it go to 3 hours is driving me fucking crazy, because it's like, bro, are you kidding me? You're gonna do this? Like, you're gonna run it 3 hours? Like, come on, this is just night one. This is one round, dude. The second and third round usually takes fucking 3 hours. Like, what? Why do we have to do one round?
Man, I really think they should do 1 and 2 day one. I do, because like
If you keep them at a time constraint and don't have all these extra ass shits going on, they can do it.
It'll never happen. It's too late now. The cat's out the bag now. The NFL knows they can get ratings off the draft. It's kind of where I wish me, like, as someone who's loved the draft for years, right, before it's been all this song and dance, it's where I kind of miss the days that not everybody was into the draft. Because it's like, now they do so much TV contrivance shit that it makes it drag out like
Hell,
this.
I mean,
Like,
they have entire 30, 45 minute or hour, even hour long
bruh.
segments on sports networks just for the draft, just for analyzing which pro team is going to take which college player.
Yep.
And you know what's funny is I'm on this site. Is it the official NFL site? I think so. Yeah, it's the official NFL site where they had NFL experts and users vote on what player is going to go to each team, and not one of them from either users or NFL experts went where they're supposed to.
Of course not.
Yeah, and so like we don't know who's picking who, and they just prolonging it and pushing it because they know everyone's so, they want to see what's going to happen so bad. They're going to sit there and watch all the bullshit.
Well, they just want to say, we had this many people, we had this rating for this many hours. Look, man, this is all TV stuff at this point. Look, when these TV companies started paying billions of dollars for these contracts, this is how we end up paying as the consumers, right?
Yep.
They start stretching stuff out, jamming in more commercials, jamming in more shit that we don't care about, that has nothing to do with the event that we're watching. So like this, the draft, they said it was going to run till 10 o'clock. It is now 10:41 Central Time. Like,
it's 8:41 here. The sun just went down.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy. I wanted to be.
I don't know how y'all do those.
Getting to bed by now, bro.
I don't know how y'all do especially the East Coast. I don't know how the East Coast does those late games. Like,
look, if I lived on the East Coast, I could never watch a team on the West Coast. Never.
Never.
NBA teams, it'd be every time
it's over. Because like it'd be like sometimes like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, damn.
I might make tip off, but that's it, baby.
See, for me, like with me being a New England fan, it is easy for me to watch my team. Easy.
Sure. You get your games early in the day because you out west still.
So no, the only thing I don't like is they always play it like when they play on Sunday, they play at 10 a.m. I'm like, what?
Well,
8 a.m. I said, who starts a game that early, man? Like,
well, that's because your ass all the way on the West Coast, though.
No, yes. Like I don't think any football should be allowed to play before noon, ever at any level.
Well,
terrible. Well, on the West Coast,
they're not playing at noon.
It's noon.
Yeah, on the East Coast.
Yeah, but
noon, baby.
But even at at the college level, there's times you have games and it's like 1 o'clock outside, or in high school it's all nighttime. I can get down with that. But me personally playing, I can't play before noon. My body's not woke up yet.
Hey,
like
if that check was on the line, I bet your ass figure out a way to get that body woke.
Man, what you know how hard it was for me? Because at my school we had to wake up at like 5 a.m. because we had to be dressed in the facilities, ready to go by 6. You know how hard it was for me 6 days a week, waking up at 5. Oh yeah, shit sucked. That was
Exactly.
that was
Exactly. With
I'm not
with
gonna lie,
something on the
like
line.
dude, that was part of the reason why I didn't want to continue playing. I did not. I refused to wake up at 5 a.m. Like I can't do it. It's
Wait, what is going on? Did they end the draft? Did Tampa Bay not make their pick?
no, they did.
Tampa Bay
The
was
Vikings did.
they're number one.
Vikings
They're
did.
number one in the second round.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So we're good. Oh God, thank God. Oh Jesus. Because all of a sudden I looked over and I saw Scott Van Pelt on my screen, and I was like, "What is this?"
You said
nonsense?
what?
I don't care about Scott Van Pelt. People, thank you for coming in with us tonight. We may or may not be back tomorrow. Probably not, but we'll be back for sports ball this weekend because I'm not sitting through the draft like this again. I'm fucking right now. But yes, thank you for sitting in. Listen, everybody, we appreciate you for sitting through and having a good night with us. We will see you guys tomorrow. Oh Jesus. Yes, I am Cash.
We still live or
Cash.
we off?